This is Bimbo Barbarella, and this is the Bimbo Barbarella Music Channel, bringing you another episode of the highly acclaimed College of Knowledge Top Rock program. And tonight, 519, we're going to be dissecting the 1980s. And we've never done a show this format before. It's really not that hard, but I'll go over it. Anybody who wants to join, come up on the panel. You'll be more than welcome. There were 10 years in the 1980s, starting with 1980, going to 1989. And your job would be to pick one song that you liked from that year. And it can be any genre, anything that, any song that you just like. And I promise I won't make fun of it. Well, not unless it's really, really, really lame, because then I'm going to have to. And we have Simple Life, who's in the room. She is actually the one who requested that we do this format of a show. So she better play along. And if you don't know Simple Life, she's a regular on Mark Kropka's Pirate Radio. So let me put the link out. And I think that this show has a good chance of being different. Oh, hello. Oh, well, hello, Chris. Sorry that I didn't, say hello to you in the first 10 seconds. But I was right in the middle of talking. Yeah, you can see her on Mark Kropka's show all the time. And like I said, she was one who suggested this format. Yeah, okay, Chris, I see you back there. Just hold on and let me, get the link, because I put it out because Mark's coming up, and Chris and Jen, and maybe Addie Pakal. We also have Jennifer in. Hello, Jennifer. How are you, dear? And I really don't think that it's all that much of a challenge, but I'm sure I'm going to have to mention how to play 4 or 5 times. And, say you pick a song from the 80s, and you think it came out in 1986 when it actually came out in 1984. I'm not going to make a big deal. Okay, Simple Life. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you're definitely going to play? Oh, hello, Miss Sugar Britches. How are you, dear? Okay, so Simple Life, let me have you add to the list. Okay, and Simple Life, if you're playing from the chat, I'm going to have you in like queue. I'll tell you like who you're following. So after somebody makes their pick, I'll then refer to you, and you put in yours. Okay. Okay, we have the Easy Street with Jen crowd, and Mr. Pirate Radio is here. Easy Street with Jen's. Oh, we still can't see you. Oh, there, Miss Historian. I see you up here in the back room with Chris, but there's no pictures. Hopefully, you're getting Addie and Mrs. Hopkins, and we'll get Chris LeClaire to play.
Terrific. How are you tonight, Bimbo?
Oh, tired. I was
a long day, eh?
Cancer Center at 5:30. Oh, no, well, that's when I had to wake up. Well, 5 o'clock I woke up.
Right. Well, it's over. You can relax now.
Yeah. Okay, Jen, it's still a blank screen. Hello, Blue Malibu. How are you, dear? I see a lot of, my friends in here, which is good.
Hi, Blue.
And later, and once the show gets started, I have a special dedication. That's because if you're familiar with my show, I always wear some kind of goofy outfit or some kind of theme outfits, and this one is especially for Mr. Kropka. But I'm gonna wait till we get more people in so you can say it.
That's funny because I'm wearing my shirts that I used to wear in the 80s. They don't fit anymore, of course, but I got them on.
Oh, see that?
What are you showing?
Oh, the big blue bird head.
Oh, wow, that's a Blue Jay.
Yeah, and
You
that's
got a Blue Jay coat on.
yeah.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
Well, and I figure that I would wear it for you today because
Can you see us and hear us?
because today is the first day in the entire country of Canada that they had no snow.
In the entire country. Wow.
They
You know
had
what? I'll
no,
drink to that.
yeah, they had no snow in the entire country, and it's May 19th. So yeah, okay, because we didn't have any snow this year at all.
Can you
Imagine
see
that.
us? Can you hear us?
Yes,
Oh,
Chris.
good.
Finally.
Yes.
Okay.
Third
We
time's the
can
charm.
hear you, but we can't see you, Chris.
Oh, I can see him on my thing. I can see him.
Yeah, and we can see our own.
That's okay. We can be heard and not seen.
But we can see. So
We can see
Pansy, you
ourselves
can see
earlier.
us. We can see ourselves.
Yeah.
In the panel. So
But we could see ourselves earlier in the panel.
right.
Okay.
Maybe it's my feed.
It's something with our computer. It has to be.
I was thinking it may have been
Oh,
something. Well, I don't know.
One of the updates, maybe. Who knows?
Who knows? Well,
Oh,
we'll sally
maybe.
forth because we can get
Okay.
cranking the.
And
top
Chris
10.
Leclerc was just here, and he went off because I was going to bring him up. Oh, hello, AKA Ray. Okay, Chris, and do you understand how to play?
Can you explain something to Debbie, please? Because she's over here having a cow.
Don't have a cow, Debbie.
She's having a
Have
fit.
a horse.
She's saying, why are you going on here and hanging and talking to these people that you don't even know? And I'm like, Debbie, stop.
You do this on about 10 different shows, Chris.
10 different shows. Well, you tell me what shows I do this on.
Curly Q, the guy who owns the record place, all
Anyway,
those other ones, because you do it all the time.
Let's get back to what we were focusing on here. So,
Okay. So I'll explain the premise of this show one more time because I know me and Mark did a whole big program on it because it's a concept that we've never done, and like I said, it was actually suggested by by Simple Life.
I'm gonna go in the chat instead. Okay, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
Good seeing you, Chris. See you in the
Thank you.
chat.
Bye, Chris.
I'll talk to you later, Mark.
I know. Get it?
Okay, so Leah says okay, so what did Leah write? I switched to my Blue Jay account in honor of Mark Canada and Bimbo's jacket. And
Yes.
and one reason I actually do like the Toronto Blue Jays because they do their spring training here right outside of where I live in a city called Dunedin, and it's a spring training stadium. It is so big, this spring training stadium, that when the COVID was in Toronto, the Toronto Blue Jays actually played some major league games in this stadium in Dunedin. It's that big.
They go
I
down
prefer
there
the
every
Winnipeg.
year.
Weimaraners. That's
Yeah.
my team.
Yeah. Um, I I actually did have a Winnipeg Jets hat, but I couldn't find it.
Oh, dang.
Oh God! And Al's out there with the cats, and guaranteed he's going to come in tonight and ask me, "Oh, what should I do about the cats?" So, okay,
What
so
would be your College of Knowledge episode without an appearance from Al?
yeah, okay, so basically, say the year 1980. What you need to do is pick one song that you like. You know, it can be any genre, it can be any single artist, band, um, and you know, I really won't make fun of you unless it's somebody really, really, really lame. And, you know, then I really have no choice. Oh, and I do have some guests with me today because usually I have my Buddha cat, but today I have the two stars from the um, from the show I did this afternoon with the unicorns from space.
Mhm.
And if you watch my Twitter, um, I mean, because I do a lot of strange videos, this was a immediately like top 5.
Mhm.
Your video today with those two
What?
characters?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh my God, you have to watch it, Mark. It's so.
I did.
Oh,
I commented. I
oh,
left you a little comment underneath.
oh. I didn't see it because I actually woke up at like 6:30.
Oh,
No. 7:30. I'm so
oh,
scared. I gotta get up and do this. Oh,
nice.
thank God that I don't age when I sleep. So, okay, so yes, oh Benny Loco. Hello, Miss Benny.
Hey, Benny.
Haven't seen you in a while, dear.
Hey, Benny.
Yes, and Miss Benny Loco reminds everybody to hit the thumbs up button,
That's right. And pup, pup, pass.
and that way I can make some money to give the unicorns from space some money for gas to get home because now they're stuck here. And I think they're going to go live down in Darwin with Pansy and who's that girl that lives with Pansy in Darwin that won't leave?
The Valkyrie?
No, no,
Prism?
no, the one that's real troublemaker.
Prism.
Prism, yeah, Prism. Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, so we have a couple people. I wanted to see if Addie and Mrs. Hopkins were coming up.
Yeah.
Let me put the link out there. Anybody else want to come up? Feel free to
Is
join.
Addie and Mrs. Hopkins in the house?
No,
Oh.
Benny Loco, you like being on screen. Come on, Benny, come up. It's easy to play. Oh, Debbie's having a cow. Oh, well.
I hope it's
Well,
small.
we wish Debbie all the best in her upcoming birth of a cow.
Yes.
I actually gave the
Relax,
kittens.
Debbie.
I actually gave the kittens some goat milk today.
Did they like the goat milk?
Oh yeah, and like it's so much more healthy for them than that other kitten replacement stuff. That's
Mhm.
nothing but chemicals. Oh, this is actually raw, mother's goat milk.
Mhm.
Yeah. They'll get some immunity from that too.
Well, that
Yeah.
and the higher fat content will help.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, Benny. Okay, Benny can't come up, and Benny Loco cannot make her a appearance on the program because
Nice.
Naked.
Well, hey, Benny, come on, because I can use use the numbers, and I'm sure that would bring my.
That's all right. We know Rand is happy. Rand's a happy man right now.
Because this person said they kiss every little Caesar.
I'm okay now.
All right, Chris.
You're okay now?
Oh,
Yeah.
Debbie's having a cow here. She's saying, "What?" She said, "Why you even talk to these people? They're not even your friends." And then telling me that I don't even know how to play the show half the time. I mean, that was out of line, Debbie.
You said you wanted to watch wrestling tonight, but all of a sudden you change your mind. You do this constantly, Chris.
Well, Chris,
That's okay.
Don't mind you guys.
well,
You know what? Just keep your distance for a few minutes from each other, and don't get into each other's on each other's clouds, because
Right.
Yeah, it isn't that important to fight over. So.
okay, Chris, and I did say that today because we've never done this format today, and
Right.
I'll probably have to explain it 2 or 3 more times. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
no, Chris has got it.
I do got it.
Right.
We got it.
Well,
You got Google.
Well,
You
we
can
can-
Google.
We can
Well,
roll. What order should we give our picks?
okay, so this isn't the Jerry Springer show, right? No.
Yeah.
No, I don't
That
have
was
any.
uncalled for. I'm sorry.
No, I don't have any Steve Wilkos here. I don't have any Steve Wilkos to protect me from violent shoe throwers. So, okay, we're gonna begin with, as usual, pretty much the same that we always do. We're gonna do Captain Chris, then historian Miss Jen, and then we're going to do Simple Life, our main conspirator here. And then we'll do Chris LeClaire, the pride of Branson, Missouri. Chris, and don't play the TV while you're doing this. Because everybody can hear it. And
Okay, it's fine. I got it. It's down. I got it way down. There you go.
Yeah.
I
mean, because you may have heard people say that on other chats about, make sure that you have all your other media off because like the YouTube thing will pick it up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello,
Yeah.
Miss Holly. How are you? Yeah, we're just about ready to start the show.
I'm actually on my phone right now. So
Oh, that's good because you can take that outside with you.
yeah, basically, yeah, totally. I could actually
Good
stand outside.
idea. There you go. Have your smoke and you're good.
Okay, so yes, Brian, it's always an adventure here at the Bimbo Barbarella music program, especially when you get visited, by the unicorns from space. Which and like that thing, it was just done spur of the moment because those little unicorns, that's what the cats play with, and they were laying on the floor. So I picked them.
It's like Whatnot. Whatnot is a live selling auction, and I go on there and I talk to people, and I made a friend on there that sells on there, and I talked to my
Chris, slow down. Bimbo was talking about something.
No, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get the show started.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Oh, Captain Chris, you go first.
All righty. I went by release date instead of peak chart. But for my 1980 pick, it was released on November the 21st. Steely Dan's Hey 19.
Okay.
I figure on May 19, that would be a perfect time to introduce Hey 19 on the list.
Wow.
You're clever.
Great song.
You're clever.
Yes. Well.
You're a clever fella.
I hereby declare it International Steely Dan Day. But that was a great cut off that album. So, and I'm thinking the most 80s year of all the 80s years was actually 1979. Because in my research,
A lot of them were.
I mean,
They were
The
released in 79, but they didn't hit the charts until 80, sometimes
Mhm.
even 81.
Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles came out
Yeah.
on June 17th,
Right.
1979. Cars by Gary Newman was off on August the 21st of 79. My
And
Sharona,
yeah,
and that
by
came
the
out in
Knack,
June of,
by
yeah.
the Knack. And you know what? Thank God the Knack only had one song because they really weren't that good. They really were
No,
terrible.
thank God for sure.
The
And
woman who inspired the song was always grateful that that song came out because everybody could now pronounce her name. Instead of saying Sharona, she was Sharona.
and
There you
then
go.
and then of course
So wrote him.
and then of course Weird Al Yankovic made his parody called My Bologna.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of
Okay,
his
And don't
early
forget
immortal classics.
Don't forget the Cheech and Chong parody, My Scrotum.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
Nice.
Miss Historian Jen.
Yes, 1980. And believe it or not, this song, and I used it the other day to lower my blood pressure. And I always hum it when I'm getting my blood pressure done because it will lower it. But Sailing by Christopher Cross. We got the summer vibes going here.
Yeah, no,
The
I mean, Christopher Cross. He's nowhere near my favorite, but he wasn't lame. He was
No,
lame.
he was a
Who's the-
good musician and, living in Florida at the time and sailboats and all that stuff,
He
was
was
the
not lame.
it was very,
he was the progenitor of yacht rock,
yeah.
and
Okay, and now, now Miss Simple Life, it's your turn. Now, so after Jen the historian goes, then it's your turn, Simple Life. Okay. So, what is your song from the 1980s?
Go ahead and put it back on there.
You know what, Bimbo? You might as well ask Blue Malibu too, because I know she has a list.
Blue, and are you gonna play?
I think so.
I think a lot of people have lists, so just have them put them in.
Ray,
You don't want
Ray
anybody-
has a list.
Why that bothers you that I
we don't want anybody to be listless. So
I did drop it.
AKA Ray has a list.
Oh.
And
True. I'm 50 fucking years
I
old.
should tell them what I have to go through.
Like, well, what do you have to go through?
hold on, everybody hold it down. I'm listening to Chris argue with Debbie.
oh well, he'll come back.
Okay.
Okay, so Simple Life, and then Blue. Okay, Blue, you want to do it in the chat? Okay, you can go after Simple Life.
Well, Simple Life concurred with Jen as with Sailing by
No,
Christopher
I think
Cross.
so.
Yeah.
She has her own.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own list.
I see it here on the chat. I'm looking at the 4-point font here through the bottom of my progressive lenses. but
Sailing,
that's- Yep.
Christopher Cross. I don't think we're gonna get many duplicate songs though.
Well, no, I mean there's just so many songs to choose from. Every year, any song I picked, I could find 5 other songs that were.
And you know that any song that I pick is not gonna be something that everybody's familiar with.
That's for sure.
Okay, and so Blue Malibu says Ashes to Ashes from
song.
one of David Bowie's best albums. Oh, the only album that he made in the 80s, that I like was Scary Monsters and Super Creeps. Ashes to Ashes, dust to Major Tom being a junkie. That's all I know. That Major Tom was a junkie.
Yeah.
All right, Mark, what's your 1980 pick?
Okay. Before I give my pick, I want to introduce somebody to you. It's my little friend.
Oh, that's right. You were going to have a special guest.
Yeah. I think he's ready. His name is Tracy, the drunken, angry little person.
Tracy, the drunken, angry little person?
That's right.
Oh,
He's
hello,
camera
Izzy. Hello, Izzy.
Yeah, you gotta sit so close to me, Quabica. You smell like gerbils and Vaseline.
Oh, gosh.
How you doing, Bimbo? You're a sight for sore eyes.
Okay. Okay.
You look like I need a drink.
Okay, and now X-Ray, are you gonna want to play? I'll play from the chat because we're doing 1980. When we get to 1988, then that's a good song by Kiss. And that actually comes off a greatest hits album called Let's Put the X in Sex. It was never released on a regular album, but on a greatest hits. So, and so AKA, do you want to play? Do you want to be on the list?
I think he does. He has the list.
Okay.
Because yeah, she just wants to know because she has a notebook that she keeps with everybody's answers. She takes names.
Trust me, I do. And this one goes all the way back to our January 15th show. And
Wow.
that's when I took over this job from Pansy. Because if you remember, Pansy used to do it, but then she quit YouTube, except for sometimes going on wrestling and once in a while. Yeah, but now I do it. And this is only since January 15th. Oh, thank God I was at Office Depot and bought like 6 of these folders. Okay, so okay, Chris, I don't see you there. So okay, so AKA Ray, what was your 1980? Unless you want to do 1988 now, and then you can start up in 1980 with your next pick. Okay, Chris, I'm not going to have this in and out all night.
Okay, it's all good now.
I bet.
Right. What's your 1980 pick?
Oh, let me get it right here, huh? John Lennon, Mind Games.
That's not 1980.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No, that's from the 70s.
Oh, it is? Okay, my bad then. Okay, my bad. My bad.
You can Google it.
I thought it was.
AKA says,
Okay,
19.
I got it.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
1980.
Keep on loving you, Ariel Speedwagon. There you go.
AKA Ray says Dirty White Boy for 1980. And we did a foreigner show, and I think that was on everybody's list.
Not mine.
Okay.
Dirty.
Oh. Okay, here's mine. You ready?
Yeah.
Benny
Again?
Mardones, Into the Night.
Who?
Benny Mardones, Into the Night.
What is that? I never heard of that. Oh,
Yeah,
hello,
yeah.
Coach.
You know
How
the
are
song.
Yeah, you know that song.
You know that
No,
song.
I don't.
Yeah, you do. I'll play a sample of it. You want
Okay,
me?
please don't. Please don't.
Yeah, she'll get copyright strike.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then it'll be like the pirate radio.
You can
Okay.
listen to it after.
Yeah, I'll make sure I do that.
What's up, Coach?
It was a big hit for him back then. It was a huge hit, and then he
Okay,
got
so what's the name of the song? Oh, LeClaire.
Benny Mardones, Into the Night.
Benny Mardones is the artist.
Yeah. That was the one where he had a 16 years old.
Yeah.
Leave her alone, they said. Du-du-du-du.
Oh yeah, that song has a very diabetic quality
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
I'm
You
glad
know,
I never
But
heard
it was a hit. It was a hit.
You
for
want to know
sure.
something funny? That video is very creepy.
Yeah, because he was after jailbait.
Yeah.
Should be creepy.
Okay.
Gross.
Okay. So remember that this is a family type show where I only do family material.
How he got airtime back in the day, I'll never know.
Yeah, I know, really. Really.
For many reasons, but
Okay, and my 1980 is and they still play this on the radio because I heard it and I says, "Oh my God, that came out in 1980." So I'll put it on my list. The song "Call Me" by Blondie.
Great song.
Call
Nice.
me.
Classic.
Classic indeed.
Okay, Captain Chris, you're 1981.
Alrighty, released on May the 25th, 1981 from Men at Work. Who Can It Be Now? That's a great song. And in our office, if people are supposed to submit work order tickets when they request help, but if
Right.
someone knocks on our door and barges in on our office and makes a big demand, as soon as they leave, I play the song. Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun.
good.
Who can it be knocking at my door?
And
No
they were
way.
from Australia.
Yes.
If anybody needs to know. Okay, Miss Historian.
Released 1981, not sure, January 1981. Sticks the best of times. Mine's kind of like an opera of my life. It goes downhill from here.
Okay, Brian, I saw that you had did another song, and do you want to play? Oh, because Betty Davis Eyes, I think, came out in 1981. Brian, have you got enough songs to do one for the entire year? Because I can add you to the list.
Yeah, add Brian. He'll do it.
Yes, I love the song, and I love her
Mhm.
raspy voice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like the
Yeah.
convenience of being on the phone. I can actually smoke.
See, that's what I was saying.
Gotta have your space.
Plus, it's
Okay.
raining out. Plus, it's raining out too. So
Okay,
Mhm.
Brian, and what was your 1981 before? Because I know you had mentioned it. Look in her eyes, she's got Betty Davis eyes. Oh, drop the link. Okay. Oh, Mr. Kropka, I guess, lost the link.
Oh no.
technical,
Life preserver.
technical.
He'll be back.
We'll get him back.
Maybe it was his little friend, his guest. He seemed to disappear.
We failed to say hello to his little friend.
Yeah,
And so, what's his friend? A little porcupine or what?
I have no
The
idea.
angry drunken man.
Oh, yeah. Well, that could be a porcupine.
He had a special guest. He didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, I know that now. Yes, thanks.
Hey,
I'm-
H. Lamar.
I'm his special guest. Lucky me, no.
Oh, come on.
You're a very special guest.
I know.
Oh, how come it's not putting the link in? Jeez, let's go.
You guys tolerate me.
Barely.
No, you're all right, Chris. You're good.
Sometimes. Oh, sometimes you're bad.
Oh, I just talked to a lot of people that, like, I have a friend on Whatnot that sells, and I started making a friend on there.
Okay. All right.
We just have to keep you on track sometimes. That's all.
Yes. Okay. So we are now up to Miss Simple Life. You're 1981, dear.
There's so many songs from that year. It's hard to pick a lot of good ones, you know.
Simple Life, good one. Don't Stop Believing by Journey, released October 1981.
Great song. Great.
Awesome. Yeah.
Brian's got Jesse Girls.
Oh,
Jesse's
Rick
hold on.
Springfield.
Oh, hold on. I am still moaning over Journey.
Wow.
Hold on to that feeling.
Hey, they were hits.
What
Yeah,
do you
Can't deny it.
What do you think of the new guy singing Journey?
Oh, the
I
Filipino
don't-
guy? Yeah, he's a dead ringer vocally. I mean,
Yeah, he's excellent.
Chris, I don't like Journey. I never listened to Journey. I won't
respect
listen
that.
to Journey.
And I respect that.
I don't care whether you do or not. It doesn't really.
Jennifer and I,
Hey,
Oh,
I
that's
still-
really
hey,
inconsequential.
Jennifer and I
still
once
like-
saw
I still like
Journey,
no matter what.
REO Speedwagon, and Styx as a triple bill. That was a great concert.
Okay,
his
so
dad
who
got his
said-
ticket.
okay, so who? Okay, who? So, oh God. Okay, so Journey, Don't Start Believing. Okay, who said Styx?
I
No,
did.
no.
Jennifer did.
Who said REO Crapwagon?
That was Chris
Simple
just
Life.
now.
Huh?
No. She said Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Yeah, by Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
And that
somebody
was
said
kind of,
REO
yeah.
Speedwagon. I thought,
Oh,
okay.
oh, no, I just mentioned it. That was me.
Oh, okay. Blue Moon, your number 1981 song.
Blue Malibu.
Yeah. Oh, what I
She
said.
has
Oh, Blue
two.
Moon, Blue Malibu.
Blue moon.
Okay. Oh, okay. You can have two because every once in a while I do it too. So, okay. So, Super Freak by Rick James. Yes.
Gotta have that. Good one.
Nice.
Super Freak and Waiting for a Friend. And now we actually talked about a show about songs that bands that we absolutely love, but 5 songs from that band that we dislike. And you know that the Rolling Stones are one of my favorite bands.
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on a Friend would be in my top 5 for songs that I can't stand.
I figured as much.
It's kind of a chilling song. It's a different song on that album, so it's kind of out of place.
It's boring, and that's why they left it off the previous albums.
Mm-hmm.
I think Dylan should sing it.
Okay, okay, so we are at AKA Ray, you're 1981.
Poor Benny.
Yeah, I see
She was
that.
in labor for 6 years. Whew.
Popping them out one after the other. That's hard work.
Yeah,
So
so
that was
that's
6 years of labor.
so doing the math, that's 7 kids in 6 years. Damn.
Ooh. Mark says he's back. Maybe
Oh,
the link. Maybe he's in the waiting room.
what's the matter
There we
with
go.
you, Kropka?
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know. My tablet crashed or something.
Okay. So AKA Ray says, and now this would be in my top 5 Rolling Stone songs, Dead Flowers.
That's a good song. I like it.
You
too.
don't send me no dead flowers. Actually, though, that's not from the 80s. Oh, Dead Flowers comes.
By the Stones, that's 70s.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that
72.
comes from
72, I think.
That was,
Brown Sugar was 72, I believe.
No, Brown Sugar was 71. That was Sticky.
71 album Sticky Fingers is where it's on.
Yeah.
Dead Flowers was on Sticky Fingers.
Yes.
Okay, Miss AKA Ray. We need a song from 1981. That's
Hey,
okay.
I never did my 1980s.
Oh, that's okay. We can always go back to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be here when you need me.
Okay. Chris, what is your number 1981?
Genesis, No Reply at All.
That's a good song. I wasn't a fan of Genesis when they were just Tony Banks, Mike Rutherford, and Treat Williams, but was that his name? Treat Williams, the guy who was the drummer.
I thought Phil Collins was the drummer for Genesis.
Yeah.
He
Okay,
could
Mark.
sing and play drums at the same time really well.
Okay, Mark. Okay, and I forgot your 1980. What was your 1980 song, Mark?
Well, first of all, I'll tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't Whip It by Devo.
I love that song.
I thought you would. But it wasn't that. What it was Rough Boys by Pete Townsend.
Okay, what about 1980?
That was that was 1980.
Okay, what's 81? Okay, we're at 81.
81, I'll tell you what it wasn't. It wasn't In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins.
Okay.
I'll tell you what it was, though. It was Waiting on a Friend by the Rolling Stones.
Oh, well, I mean, I like both of you who said that. I mean, because even Leah said she likes it. Oh my God.
It's a good chilling song, but it is different from the others.
Choices from that year sucked. There wasn't too much to pick from. I thought it was.
A lot of pop and dance.
I thought that about 88 and 89. Those were kind of lean years for hits. The
I
earlier
thought
part of the 80s had more hits.
Chris, To be honest with you, I thought it was a decade that rock died and the music evolved into this new thing with hair bands, and
Well, the synthesizer became ascendant, and
it did. It was
that
very, very prominent.
some bands used it very well, some bands used it very poorly. It's kind of all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, not many bands use the synthesizer well, and it depends if you like that sound, that zzz sort of sound that it makes. I thought it stained songs, to tell you the truth. I was glad to see when the 80s left and the 90s started.
And like, do you remember? Oh, Mark, and you do because you're a musician. Do you remember those synthesizer guitars?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Guitars.
guitars, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, AKA Ray, what was your 1981 song? Because remember, I said Dead Flowers. That really can't be it. So, pick a song. Oh, pick a song from somewhere in the 80s, somewhere close.
You can Google it real quick.
Or just do what Carlos Martinez would do and just say, "Oh, the Monkees." And if you want to put that in.
Ray, Google Madonna. What do you think? What do you think of Madonna, Tracy, the angry little person? Get away from me, Kravka. Oh well.
Yeah, Madonna. I'm glad she took voice lessons after she became famous.
I can't understand how she got famous, to tell you the truth. I didn't like any of the music she came out with.
Spirit. Oh, wow. Look at that.
And now with all
Spirit.
that plastic surgery she's done, she looks like shit now.
I think she's just aged.
Yeah, not to pick at her looks or anything. She can do what she wants. I'm not going to pick at her looks.
Okay.
But plastic
The
surgery.
music that she created.
I mean, look what Kenny Rogers
Like a
did.
virgin. Give me a break.
Okay, because AKA Ray left her song called Spirits. Now that's a good obscure song. I like that. Got a line on you.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a good
that was
song.
good. That was a good pick.
Yes, that was. And that makes up for your faux pas with Dead Flowers. My 1981 song, and we got to kind of speed this up a little bit.
Yes.
We'll talk really quick.
1981, my favorite song is a band probably nobody's heard of before called Romeo Void did a song called Never Say Never. And the line of that, I might like you better if we slept together. I might like you better if we slept together. There's nothing in your eyes that says never, never say never.
That was a good hook. Yeah.
I
And
forgot who sang that though.
the band was named Romeo Void.
Romeo Void. Huh?
Okay, and Mr. Walters, Brian Walters, Simple Minds, Don't You Forget About Me.
Ah, great song. Great video.
Okay. Yeah, Simple Minds was good. I like them.
And using the Breakfast Club, it was iconic. Yeah. Totally forgot about that great song.
Yes. Okay, so we are at 1982.
Yes.
Captain Chris.
Alrighty, released on October the 23rd, 1982. Thomas Dolby's She Blinded Me with Science.
Oh, yes.
Great video, just very much of its time. One hit wonder, captures the zeitgeist of that part of the early 80s.
Actually, he did a lot of session work. That was just his one time going solo.
But yeah, captured a moment in time. Great song.
And so Blue Malibu, what song did you know? What Romeo Void? And Lamar says, oh, great sax player. Yes, the sax player on Never Say Never. Oh, the sax on there is fantastic. Thomas Dolby. All right. See, this is good. We're getting a lot of good answers here. Okay, Miss Jen, your number.
We're going to rock the Casbah.
Rock the Casbah, yes.
With the Clash.
Who sings that song?
The Sharif don't like it. Yeah, the Clash. What was the name of the singer in that band?
Mick Jones or
Mick Jones.
Joe Strummer. Oh,
Joe
they both
Strummer.
shared. Rockin' that Casbah. And the video was cool too.
Rock the Casbah. That's a bar in Africa, isn't it?
I always thought they were saying to rock the cash bar, but now it makes a lot more sense that rock the Casbah.
What is the Casbah? It's a club in Africa, isn't it?
No,
It's,
the
right-
Casbah. No,
It's,
the
it's a
Casbah.
city.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
city.
okay.
Yeah, it's like in Marrakesh.
Oh, okay.
I think it is a actual bar, but it's in Marrakesh.
Right.
Okay, Brian. Okay, Brian. When we come up to you, Tracy Chapman, Fast Cars. Yes, remember that
Mhm.
song.
That was a big hit. That was a big
Okay,
hit.
That whole CD
Simple
was
Life.
great.
Simple Life. You're 1982, dear.
Oh no.
1982 was when Thriller came out. So I was close on a couple of Michael Jackson songs, but I couldn't quite pull the trigger.
So the saxophonist on Never Say Never was Benjamin Bossy.
Oh, good.
He was from San Francisco. He passed in 2022.
Hey, can I just say something?
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay. My tablet's doing funny things again. I thought I was offline.
You're here.
Okay. I just bought this thing a few months ago.
Okay, and yeah, we just did our Fleetwood Mac show, and Gypsy. It wasn't a horrible song. It was one of the better ones off that ill-despised rumors crap. But
hey, it was fantastic the first 12,348 times we heard
yes.
it. After that, it started to wear a little bit.
Yes, but that was a good call there, Simple Life. Good call. And I see Miss Blue Malibu pulled another double header on us with two good songs. Little Red Corvettes by Prince. And a band who does not get anywhere near the credit they should be for being such a magnificent band is Roxy Music. They did a song and an album called Avalon. They are so underrated, underknown. Okay, very good. Oh, very good, Simple Life in Blue. So, AKA Ray, you're 1982, dear. Okay, because I have Brian down with Tracy Chapman, Fast Cars. That's good. And I liked her along with Joan Armatrading too. Okay, AKA. And anybody, if you want to come back to your year pick, that's fine. I don't care. Okay, let me see. Okay, Chris LeClaire, you're 1982.
Well, this is my favorite 1982 song, but there's so many other great ones. But I'm going to go with "Number of the Beast."
Oh, Iron Maiden?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good song. Intense.
Yes, extremely.
I'm not a big Maiden or Megadeth or Metallica fan, but that is a good song.
So did you see the recent, well, I don't think it's recent, can't be, the Motorhead cover of
Yes.
Metallica?
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Yeah,
Now, I love me some Motorhead.
I know that.
Lemmy
That's why I
was
mentioned
awesome.
it. That's why I mentioned it.
I love me some Motorhead. Lemmy Kilmeister, Fast Eddie Clark. And I forget who else was in that band. Oh, shoot. Okay, Kropka, your number 1982.
1982. Oh, what a year that was. Um, oops. I'll tell you what it wasn't first. It wasn't Subdivisions by Rush.
Wow.
That was a real stinker. But what I did pick
Mhm.
was something that was a little less of a stinker. Eminence Front by The Who.
I didn't like that song because I'm not a big Who fan either, which you guys know.
Yeah.
It just had too many keyboards for a Who song. If you're gonna stink, stink in like one form of music. Don't stink in all of them.
The Immense Front wasn't a bad cut for me.
No,
I
it
mean,
wasn't. It wasn't.
Who's Next was kind of their artistic apex to
Yes.
me. And their 80s stuff, some of it was better, some of it was less. But, I kind of think of them as a 70s band. But.
Yeah, their best stuff was in the 70s, and the best stuff they wrote was from pretty much Tommy until who by no the last one after Moon that Moon was on. Who Are You?
Okay.
And then they kind of went downhill. The 80s, they were, you know what? In my opinion, really, the Stones didn't put out anything good in the 80s. The Who
No.
didn't put out anything good in
No.
the 80s.
No.
Nobody did.
No, but you know who did is the
Who?
Kinks. Oh, the Kinks.
What did they put out in the 80s?
Oh, they put out Low Budget. They put out
Oh,
Give the People What They Want.
oh,
Judas,
okay. I remember Low
Judas-
Budget.
Oh, they put out Schoolboys in Disgrace.
Judas Priest put out some good music in the 80s too.
Soap opera, yeah.
I think of Judas Priest as being an 80s artist, yeah.
I've got
Okay,
another thing coming.
Okay,
Yeah.
so AKA Ray, have we got your 1982, dear? Oh, hello, Matt 4. Nice to see you. Okay, we'll go back to Miss AKA Ray because she's still on 1982. So, okay, my 1982 is
Jenny Lang.
wait,
Katie
Brian.
Lang lied to me. Yeah.
Fast Cars. I spend more time writing down this damn crap than anything else.
That's right. And
Okay, my 1982 is a song that everybody knows. Everybody knows this song. 1982 was by the iconic Steve Miller Band. Abra, abracadabra. I want to reach out and grab you.
Did you know Steve?
I'm with Mark.
Steve Miller Band is from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown.
There we go.
Wisconsin.
And wasn't that where like Laverne and Shirley were from too, weren't they?
Yeah, well, they weren't from there, but that
The
show
show
was
was
based.
set there.
Yeah.
Oh, really? And you mean they weren't real people? Oh, I thought that was a reality show.
Oh, come on, really?
Winnie,
Oh,
Squiggy.
nobody told me any difference.
Oh, you know better than that, right? You
No,
know.
I don't. I'm not very smart. I'm not very smart. I'm wearing a Toronto Blue Jay jacket.
Oh, okay.
But and in order because the Toronto Maple Leafs lost to the Florida Panthers. Just a quick word about hockey. I don't have a Florida Panther shirt, but I do have a shirt by the Orlando Seals,
Okay.
which is the minor league team of the Florida Panthers. And now they're called the Orlando Solar Bears, but the Seals. Nonetheless, well, Florida beat Toronto because Toronto says, sweet, bring on the Panthers.
So has anyone told Orlando they don't have seals in Florida yet?
And they don't have solar bears either, but okay. So, Captain Chris, you're 1983.
All righty. Well, 83 had a lot of great songs too, but I went with a slightly deeper cut. released on May 19th of 1983 in a Big Country by the band Big Country.
Yes, in a
Awesome
big
video.
country.
Dreams stay with you.
And you know what country they were actually from?
Scotland.
Yes, very good.
And yeah, I mean, you know, you gotta like a rock and roll song with bagpipes. The only other rock song with bagpipes I can think of is from AC/DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are
but
lots of
ACDC.
songs.
Yeah.
Oh,
with bagpipes.
okay, but AC/DC had the electric bagpipes.
Yes.
Now I want to know who was smart enough to invent electric bagpipes. Okay, Jen the historian.
An electric Scott.
Yes.
My pick is Cyndi Lauper's "Girls Just Wanna Have Fun."
Oh,
That was a big hit for sure.
Okay, so AKA says that she missed most of the 90s in a purple haze. Well, you know what? I will count Purple Haze as your 1982 song, even though we know that's not 1982. No, oh wait, no. Okay, no. Okay, no. She got it. Hair of the Dog. Yes. Oh, Nazareth. Oh, that is Nazareth is another band that they were right on the cusp of being fantastic, but they just never could get over that hump.
They claimed that they didn't know that the phrase "son of a bitch" was offensive until after they had released the song.
Did you like Supertramp?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
they didn't do much in the 80s either.
No, they didn't. Okay, so where are we? We are at Simple Life for 1983. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, Sugar Ray. Yeah. Yeah, Lynette. Okay, Simple Life. You're 1983, dear. Here she goes. Eyes Without a Face by Billy Idol. All right.
Fries without a shake.
He actually started in a band called Generation X in the 70s. if
Oh,
anybody
really?
remembers.
Yep, sure did. Yep.
Oh, Chris, and you agree with me?
Oh yeah, he was in a band. I know he was.
Oh, well, thank you very much for agreeing with me. Now I know that I was correct.
You were
Hey,
absolutely.
other Chris, did you ever see Billy Idol? His when he did Bellboy?
I did not. No.
There's a great video on YouTube, and it's a Who concert, and they're acting out the song Bell. You know the song Bellboy, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Billboy.
And Billy Idol is the bellboy, and he sings it.
Nice.
It's really good. Check it out on YouTube.
Because Keith Moon sings the song like when in concert and stuff, but
That's right. He used to. Yeah.
yeah.
This is more, a little later on. I would believe Ed Whistle was there, so it probably was sometime in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Ed
Well-
Whistle was still alive, so.
Billy Idol's biggest hit, White Wedding,
Yeah.
he wrote that about his sister who had gotten pregnant really young from her boyfriend, and he was thinking, okay, how long is this marriage going to last? But
And of
luckily
course,
they
Moni,
made it work, and they were
Moni
married for decades. And so
Moni was a big hit too back then for him.
Yeah.
Well, he did that
That was
with
a cover, but
Generation
that
X.
was a hit.
Yeah,
too.
but he did that with Generation X. Anyway, there was a question on AKA Ray's song, Nazareth, Oh, Hair the Dog. That actually
75.
is not an 80 song, but I like that song. I like that song, so I let it go.
75, but close enough.
Yeah, even though I know it's not 80s, I like that song, so it counts because it's my rules. Okay, so let me see. Okay, we are at who? We are
Chris LeClaire.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
1983, right?
Yep.
Okay, mine is going to be John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
John Cafferty, yeah. And what song by John Cafferty?
On the Dark Side from Eddie and the Cruisers.
Yes.
Iconic
And
song. It
yeah,
was a good song. I like it.
and if you don't know that that whole thing was like a parody of Bruce Springsteen, I don't know what you were listening to, but it wasn't that song.
The song was
Kind of
like 2.5 minutes too. It was
he
a
kind
very
of sounds
short
like
song.
Springsteen a little bit, though. He kind of does sound like him, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
oh
great
yeah.
piano opening, but yeah, it's straight rip from Springsteen, but it was well executed.
Okay, and Brian, um, it looks like he put in two. Um, yeah. Wait. Okay, let me get Miss Blue Malibu. China Girl by David Bowie. Yes, 1983. You are my China girl. Oh, don't you mess around. It's me. Dun, 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 dun. You live. I don't know the words, but I love that song, China Girl.
He's singing.
And that was actually written by Iggy Pop, I do believe. Maybe if the historian can look that up.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Brian, let me see. You had one earlier that you said. Okay, so who do you want to go with? Oh, Hank Williams Jr., which, if you don't know Hank Williams Jr., he could rock. He could really kick. For a country boy, he could kick ass. So, did you want to go with your Hank Williams song, or did you want to go with Eddie Mahoney, oh, the New York City police officer?
Yeah, Iggy Pop and David Bowie were China
Oh,
Girl when they were in their Berlin together.
oh, wow. Oh, look at that. Another lucky guess.
AKA Ray gives a shout out to Molly Hatchett's "Flirting with Disaster." That's a great song.
And that was
Flirt with
before.
disaster
That
every
was
That,
day.
before.
that was
80s.
70s also,
That's
though.
probably a 70s tune,
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Because we used to sing that on the bus.
Okay. Okay. So Brian is going with Hank Williams. Yeah. And so if you've never heard Hank Williams Jr., give him a chance. It's more rock and roll than you think.
Mm-hmm. I like Hank Williams Sr. in small doses. Very, very old school country.
Okay. So I guess that leaves us with 1983 with Kropka.
Aha. Well, I'll tell you what it's not. It's not Mr. Roboto by Styx by any stretch of the imagination.
That
Okay.
song grows on you like a fungus.
Thank
It's a
you.
great song.
Yeah, like a fungus.
Don't know what I got though. I bet you Mr.
Oh,
Roboto was stealing my freaking luggage
You and
too.
my brother love that song.
Mhm.
Okay, but I bet you that Mr. Roboto was in on my luggage stealing.
I'm sure.
Probably the kingpin, Bimbo. Probably
Yeah.
the kingpin.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I tell you what I did pick, and it was a rough one, but Every Breath You Take, Police.
Oh, that wonderful song about totally obsessive, clingy surveillance of your partner.
Gross.
That's right.
Gross. Just gross.
And like I
Sting,
wrote,
and by the way, Sting had a great solo career too as well.
Mhm.
and
They broke up with Police.
and I love songs like that who the title and the way it's sung just sounds so innocent. But if you actually read the lyrics, you're saying, holy
That's some dark
shit.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. The Police had some creepy stuff too.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
Up there with your first look
You
like
like Sting solo, Mark Bimbo?
Why?
Did you like any of his solo stuff?
Nah, not particularly. Okay. Oh, okay. But
There's
hold
some
on.
good stuff there. He's
Okay,
working
Chris,
it.
hold on. Okay, hold on. My 1983 is everybody knows this song as you did not own MTV if you did not see Hungry Like the Wolf.
Gosh.
Duran Duran.
I did not like that
My
song.
sister was a
Favorite
huge
band,
fan
bro.
of that
I
band.
love Duran Duran. I
No
love
shit.
Simon Le Bon. I just like their whole sort of like, they're like, and actually
Look,
then back then,
videos, very exotic.
there was a movement in music called like the New Romantics.
Debbie loves Duran Duran.
They were part of like the New Romantics kind of movement.
I just didn't like that song in particular. It reminded me of Eye of the Tiger type.
What?
Yeah,
No
it's
more
just
liquor for you.
overplayed.
No more liquor for you.
That's right.
Maybe that's what I need.
I know she hasn't caught up with us yet.
I'm
Jen,
sober.
okay, Jen, what was your 1983? I missed it.
My 1983 was the Cyndi Lauper "Girls Just Want to
Oh,
Have
yeah,
Fun."
yeah.
So are we on my 84?
No, we're on Captain Chris's 1984.
Yes, and this was shouted out by a number of the folks in the chat, so I feel completely vindicated. First released on October the 19th, 1984, Take On Me by
I
Aha.
love that song. I love that song.
It's just a killer song, and I love the video. It was a great spoof of Altered States.
Yes.
And it had the live action animation and all blended together. It was fantastic.
And you would have to see the movie Altered States to know what he's talking about. Oh, with Jeff Bridges.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, that's a movie that I've not seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Take on me, and they were from Sweden too. And they were from
Norway,
Sweden, Denmark. It's all one country.
Scandinavia. But they chose the name Aha because it was one of the few phrases that were the same in Norwegian as English.
Oh, okay. Jen the historian.
That song was about his girlfriend. Take on Me.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, Jen the historian. Your number 1984
is Prince, When Doves Cry.
Boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
That I mean, I do like a lot of Prince's music, but that's my favorite one. Touch if you will my body. We're never satisfied.
Yeah, the percussion with that was really good too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that was I think the first recordings with Prince and Lisa and Wendy. I think.
That was later. I mean, this was after 1999.
Okay, okay, that was on Purple Rain.
No, this was on When Doves Cry.
When Doves Cry was on Purple Rain.
When Doves Cry was in the movie Purple Rain.
Yeah.
But released in 84. Yeah.
Close enough. Okay, Simple Life. You're 1984, dear. Okay, yeah, Benny, that's how people feel about my singing, that I should sing solo, that they can't hear me sing.
Benny has a beautiful voice. That's what I put in there. She really does.
Okay, so Simple Life is going with Take on Me as well.
Mm-hmm.
See, and now that's a video that I could watch 5 times in a row and not tire of it. Okay, Blue Malibu. You're number 1984, dear. I'm trying not to forget anybody, but we have a lot of people, so. And I was at the hospital this morning at 7:30, so give me a break. Okay, and Blue says that Simon Le Bon had nice. Yes, okay, and now Simon Le Bon was just a very attractive man. He really was. He was very attractive. And he's
No.
actually aged well too, which is good.
Jungle Love by Morris Day and the Time.
Oh,
There
my
you go.
God. Oh God.
Wee-o.
Jungle.
And that
Think I wanna.
and one of my favorite movies of all time is Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And that is their favorite song. Oh, and so that's when Jay says, Moore's Day in the Time, Jungle Love, and then they break out into like that sweeping kind of dance that he does.
Yeah.
And like I've actually tried that. That is hard.
Yeah. They were Moore's Day and the Time were great in concert.
Yeah. And then his friend Jerome coming up,
yeah.
and like holding up the mirror so
Oh,
that
yeah.
Morris Day can look at himself on stage in the mirror.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yeah, they
yeah.
did that on concert too.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
and that guy's name was Jerome.
Yeah.
Jungle Love. Okay. Okay, so who was that? Oh, Blue Malibu. Blue Malibu. Okay. Oh, just for that
Good
fine
pick.
answer, you get another shot where you can do 2 songs for the same year. Just because you said, oh, Jungle Love. Okay, and so now you know what I'm gonna have to do. When this show's over, I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and watch that video
hmm
Nice.
just so I can see Jerome hold the mirror up to Morris Day.
Oh, there you go, Ray. Great song. James Brown, Living in America.
Feel good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Made me want to touch myself.
Jump back. No damn.
AKA Ray. Okay. All right.
Maceo. What are you doing?
Okay. AKA, do you remember what your 1980s 83 was? Because I missed it. Sorry.
Pink Cadillac, Bruce Springsteen.
And that was the only good thing in that Rocky movie was that song by James Brown. Or what Rocky movie was that in?
4.
Yeah, okay. That was the one with Dolph Lundgren and with Fort Russia. That was okay. That one was all right. Oh, and AKA, do you remember what your nope? Oh, I don't know. Maybe somebody who's not doing nothing. Maybe we can get Chris LeClaire to scroll back and see what AKA Ray's 1983 song was. After your turn, Chris. So what's your 1984 song?
God, there's so many. That's the problem. But I have to pick something. I'm gonna have to go with Joe Jackson, Stepping Out.
That was very much of its time. That was a big video at the time. Stepping out.
I know Joe Jackson well. I don't know if that was
songs.
I don't
That's like
know
his
if that
big
was
hit.
84.
Know anything else by him?
I think AKA Ray's was Billy Idol, Make Me Scream.
Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
It
Yes.
was 2, but I don't know. There's so many.
Thank you, historian. That's why we keep you, employed, because your music picking is terrible, but you're good at this. So
That's all right. I was dancing my life away.
You know what? Anyway.
You know that song, Bimbo?
What?
You know that song?
What song?
Stepping Out.
Yeah, I know who Joe Jackson is. Yeah.
Okay.
That's actually a song from 1982.
Close enough. Close enough.
Well,
close
All
enough.
of us are lucky to hit anything.
I have
Yeah.
something. Can I say something else real quick? Another one real fast because I messed up.
Okay.
I'm going to go John Lennon, Stepping Out.
John Lennon.
How could John Lennon produce an album?
He was very dead.
He was very dead in 1980. So
Stepping Out. John Lennon, Milk and
Well,
Honey.
he died. He was killed in 1980.
1980, yeah.
Yeah, he was 40.
He wasn't like Tupac recording songs after his death.
And his last album came out in 1980 at the same time, the Double Fantasy album.
Mark's favorite is Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
you
Oh,
gave it
okay.
away.
Damn.
Okay. And so Leah says that her favorite song, I think it was 1981, The River came out, because we did a Bruce show, and I know that's my favorite Bruce album because there's just so many good songs. And I love that song. We went down by the river and into the river we dived. Oh, I love that song. Me and Joni got pregnant in the old Ford Mercury. That's not the lyrics. I don't know. So,
Jump
okay.
off. I'm gonna jump off here. You guys have a great weekend.
All right, Mark.
All right, see you
All right,
later.
all right, Chris. Well, thanks for coming up, and you actually did good. Oh, okay, Chris. Yes, you actually did good.
Bye bye, Chris.
Okay, Mark, you're number 1984.
1984. I'll tell you what I didn't pick. It certainly wasn't Madonna's "Like a Virgin."
I thought the name of that song was Like a Sturgeon.
That's
Sounds like a fishy kind of
Weird
disease,
Al
buddy.
Yankovic, isn't it?
No, he was like a surgeon.
Oh, okay. That's
Oh,
maybe like a sturgeon. But
okay,
it,
and
it
so
wasn't that.
okay, and so Mr. Brian has to go, and thank you for playing along, Brian. You did fabulous well. Yeah, I mean, because it's good because everybody who's playing gets the concept of the show, because I thought that I was going to have to describe it like 10 times, but
So, what was your favorite from 1984?
84.
Funny thing is, I have the only thing I have there, and it's honest to goodness, I can show you, is a picture of a giant penis and testicles for 1984.
Okay, so who did the song Nuts?
Ta-da!
Or
I'll have
or
to think of,
or were you thinking about the AC/DC song "Oh Big Balls"? Because if that's the case, that was 1970s.
yeah. No, I don't know. I got a feeling I was thinking something else, Bimbo. And
Okay,
it was
so you get the honorable no choice.
that, yeah, I'm gonna
That's
have
the
to go for
first
the
one that I've had to give in for that tonight.
NNC.
Okay,
No clouds.
my 1984 was, as previously mentioned, When Doves Cry. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
Captain Chris, you're number 1985, and we're more than halfway through, thankfully, because I'm getting tired of writing.
Alrighty. Song was released on July the 1st, 1985. The song, and this is quintessential 80s. Opportunities by the Pet Shop Boys.
Yes. Oh, no,
You
that's
got
the first mention of the Pet Shop Boys.
You got the brawn, I've got the brains. Let's make lots of money.
Yeah.
It's a great video too. It's
And I
time.
love the Pet Shop Boys. Yeah, but that's
I
the
do
first
too.
time they've been mentioned. My only Pet Shop Boys is a greatest hits thing,
Mhm.
which really that's all you kind of need.
That's pretty much it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Jen the historian.
So mine 1985 pick is Talking Heads' Roads to Nowhere. And ironically, that was the year I moved to Georgia. So I really felt like I was on the road to nowhere.
And that comes and that comes from what, the Little Creatures OCD, doesn't it?
Road to Nowhere.
Yeah, it comes from Little Creatures.
It comes from well, I believe so. It was the Howard Finster album, did the album cover, who's also from Georgia. And I have some of his art. So
Okay, yeah, because that's the one that is like a village with a whole bunch of like funky looking gnomes and things in it. So,
Mhm.
with
Right.
the
And do you remember, Jen, that that the Talking Heads was one of the first shows that you and Pansy ever did together?
yes, I do recall that.
Yeah, because I have all of her notes as well too. So,
Yeah. So you can still go to Howard Finster's Paradise Gardens that he built. It's pretty funky. He did a lot of cement and rocks and Barbie dolls and cars and beads and built like this
Oh,
weird
hello,
place.
Miss Troubles or Tribbles. Yes, nice to see you in my chat. That's nice. Lamar, I know you've been here. I've seen you. That's first time I remembered to say hello. Sorry, hello. um, hello, Rachel. Okay, so we are up to Simple Life. You're 1985, dear.
Stepping in for the voice of Simple Life is Mark Kropka. No, I won't do it.
Well, you actually should lose a turn because you had no choice the last time. So
Yeah, I have one now. I'm back on it.
Simple Life's choice from November 1985 is Holding Back the Tears by Simply Red.
I don't remember much about that song. I know Simply Red. Holding Back.
What was Simply Red's big hit? English soul band. Okay.
Yeah.
Once
you say it, I know it. I'll know it.
Holding Back the Tears. If you don't know me by now, let's see.
Irish
of Help. I don't know if you know it's.
All right. Well, we'll figure it out. Okay, Blue. What is your 1985, dear? Where's Miss Malibu?
Oh, Blue. There she is. Word Up. Cameo number 2.
Oh, God. Oh, that is so good. Oh, my God. I love that song. Word Up. And the guys with Cameo, the guy had like his afro straight up in like a box. Word Up. Oh, that is so good. That is so good.
And she also picked She Was, Talked by the Talking Heads.
Yes, she was. Yes, okay, yeah, because she gets 2.
She gets to get to 2.
Once in a Lifetime is one of my favorite songs. That was from 1980. Yeah, it was close on my pick that year.
My favorite Talking Head song is Life During Wartime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that song a lot too, actually.
Word Up.
Did you ever see the video of the live action video of Life During Wartime, where the what's the lead singer's name of that band? Talking Heads.
Byrne.
David Byrne.
David Byrne, where he's doing a little dance while he's singing the song.
No,
I've seen it. Well, I've seen him in that movie where he had the big suit on. Stop Making Sense.
Yeah,
that was great.
yeah,
That was great.
Not that one. There's on YouTube. Just Google it. YouTube it. I mean.
Yeah.
There's a couple of good ones.
So, AKA Ray, you're 1985, dear. Okay, well, good night, Trouble with Tribbles, and thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. Nice to see you. Nice for visiting.
Take care, Rochelle.
And did you know that they're coming out with another Fast and Furious movie, and they're at number 11?
What was left unresolved from movies 1 to 10?
I don't know.
They needed the 11th movie.
I don't think I've seen one of them.
I haven't either. I mean, they're just driving around and stuff.
Well, the first couple of ones were good with Paul Weller before he died.
Mm-hmm. French Connection, great film with great car chases.
Yeah, that was a good film. Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
Okay, Blue Malibu. Okay. So AKA Ray is going to go with Blue Malibu's picks. Okay. Well, that's a good way to get out of not answering something. That's fine. I like that. That's good. That's very creative. Sounds like some kind of chicanery that I would pull. Okay.
Oh, the fast one.
And so the long-awaited return by Mark Kropka after his last stunning choice of that song called "No Choice Given."
No, it was called Big John and the Twins. Get it? All right. Surely I'm digressing again. What do you want, Bimbo? No, my
1985.
Of course. I'll tell you what it wasn't. Even though I love her voice, I didn't dig Saving All My Love for You. But
Who is that?
Whitney Houston.
You know what? Okay,
It wasn't.
Your
That,
1985 pick is done now because you get a no choice for this one either.
that wasn't my pick, though.
Oh,
What was your
it
pick
better
for
not have
95?
been.
It wasn't. It was my not pick. Remember, I'm giving a not pick before my
Okay,
pick.
go ahead.
So that was my not pick.
Was
My
your no
pick
pick?
is Money for Nothing, Sting, and Mark Knopfler.
Very iconic, very classic
Very good.
80s song.
Love it.
That ain't working. That's the way you do it. Money for nothing, chicks for free.
And like if you listen to it now on the radio, there's a scene. Oh, there's a lyric in there when he says, "Oh, little faggots." They had to edit that out because somebody complained.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A little faggot, he's a millionaire.
A little faggot with the earring and the makeup.
Yeah.
Little faggot, he's a millionaire.
Yeah, and so they had to get rid of that. Oh my God, I'm so offended. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Knopfler's guitar work is outstanding. Too.
Oh my God, yes. On like some of his early stuff.
Sultans of Swing. I mean, that was a big hit early.
Sultans of Swing, but his best album is one called Making Movies. That is with Skate Away, Romeo and Juliet. That's where I think his guitar work shines.
The only album of Dire Straits I can name off the top of my head is Brothers in Arms. But...
Yeah. Well, that's the one that sold like 1 billion copies.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so my 1985 is now this actually got mentioned on our ABBA show, believe it or not. It's a song by Murray Head, "One Night in Bangkok."
Wow.
And that's from the opera that's ABBA. Well, the guy from ABBA did called Chess.
Yeah.
Yes.
One night in Bangkok, and the world's your hotbed.
That was a good opera.
Oyster.
Well, what? Is that how it goes?
Hey, oh, Captain. Yeah, well, without my singing. Okay, Captain Chris, you're 1986.
Yes, from a fantastic video that inspired epileptic seizures everywhere. September of 1986. Everybody Have Fun Tonight by Wang Chung. It starts out so innocuously. You know, I'll drive 1,000,000 miles to be with you tonight. And you kind of bop along with it. And
then it gets crazy.
Yes.
All that Wang Chung going around.
And I love that name for a band, Wang Chung.
They managed to sneak the name of their band in a song.
Yeah.
Cool the Gang did that too.
Yeah.
But that's good marketing.
Yeah.
But great video of its time. Great song.
Wang Chung. It's like the character in my song living for the rock and roll, was dancing with his friend, Fu Chop. If you never heard that song I wrote, I just wrote it.
Okay.
And it's on my list. It's on my channel. If you want to watch, terrible music, watch me play. Wang Chung. Love that song. Okay, Miss Jen, the historian.
Now, I know you're going to give me heck about this. I stand by it. 1986, Paul Simon, Ladysmith, Back Mambozo, Homeless.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand one word of that.
Let me go slower for you. It was off the Graceland album of Paul Simon. Ladysmith, Black Mambazo. It had a song called Homeless, Homeless, Homeless.
I must have missed that album.
No, Diamonds on the Soles of Her Shoes was the big hit from that album, I think. Is one of the early tracks.
And Call Me Al.
Call Me
I
Al.
thought that was
yeah.
I thought that was
That
Graceland.
whole album, I love the
He
entire
had a great
album.
groove. He did a great collab with
Everybody. He had
with the
Hugh
South African
Masekela
band.
there. He had Miriam Makeba.
Okay, now those people I've heard of. I've just never heard that song.
Yeah.
Diamonds on the Soles
Graceland's a
of Her
good
Shoes.
album, for sure.
And
I
then,
thought that,
and-
I
no,
thought
go on.
that was off the Graceland album, though.
It is. And that came out in 86.
Oh, okay. That's the album you picked, Graceland?
Graceland.
Well, not the album, but the song Homeless. 'Cause there were
Oh,
people-
okay. I see. Okay.
Yeah, that was the last time I was homeless. Thank goodness. Not
Oh.
good.
And so Leah Sugar Bridges has a good song from 1986. Very pretty much unknown guitar player Robert Cray. The album is called Strong Persuader, and the song, my favorite song there is With That Still Hot
is, yeah.
Smoking Gun. That song is so good. Smoking Gun by Robert Cray.
Hey, Bimbo, just to let you know, your moniker, what it says underneath, it still says 517 Wednesday, spelled wrong, Information Network.
Oh, Wednesday. Well, how do you spell Wednesday?
WEDNESDAY.
Huh?
I
That
thought
makes
you
no
were doing that on
sense.
purpose, but right. It's in English, you don't know how to pronounce a word unless you hear someone else pronounce it, because we don't spell with any logic relative to how the word's pronounced.
Okay, so what was the name of this show? Oh, what did I name it?
Excuse me.
We've got a couple of shows named
Co-
WENESDAY.
No, okay, no, but the name of this show. What did I name this show? So I can change this.
Oh yeah, 5/17 WENA.
No, oh no, the show of the one today.
Wednesday.
I think
Well,
you had something about
Wednesday
80s.
Information Network.
Yeah, I'll just put 80s music. That's good enough.
College and Knowledge 80s show.
Okay. And this is the 19th, right?
Correct.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
Into,
is.
it won't be when we finish the show,
Yeah, I
though.
know,
Oh, there's Mrs. Hopkins. Hey, Mrs. Hopkins.
Hey, good to see you.
She said, sorry I'm late. I had to fact check, and it was really complicated. Lots of re-released like years later.
Yeah, right?
Well, Mrs. Hopkins, if you want, seeing how we had two people, after I give my next one, you can catch up from 1980 if you want. Okay, so where are we?
In 1986.
Okay. Okay, so Simple Life. What's your 1986, dear? Oh, well. Oh, hello, Vanessa Kitty. How are you, dear? Nice. It's nice to see you on my channel. It always is. Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. That's one of the few Bon Jovis that I like. Not a whole lot, but my
The ladies just want to see Bon Jovi's bulge.
my favorite song, my
My
my,
theory.
my favorite song by Bon Jovi is it's from one of his later albums, and I don't have it. I don't even know the name of the album, but the name of the song is "Hey Hey Hey Hey, Have a Nice Day." And if you watch the video, the guy in the video is not having a good day.
I mean, Stevie Ray Vaughan died in a helicopter crash,
Yeah.
and we couldn't have gotten John Bon Jovi into that helicopter. I mean, okay, there's a hairdresser in the helicopter. Go, 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 go. Damn it.
You are not right.
But I mean that in a good Christian
Maybe
way.
even Ricky Sambora too.
Oh, gosh.
See what I have to live with.
I mean, Jimmy Sambora could have incorporated himself with a different band, but the Bon Jovi was just a little too pop for me.
John Bon Jovi now owns and so Simple Life ads. He now owns a wine company. His dad owns a spaghetti sauce business. All they need somebody is to open up a fettuccine maker, and they got meals, set for the entire rest of their life.
Well, they're doing good, honest work, so you can appreciate that.
They have a weird
Feeding the
brand,
masses.
They have a strange brand manager, that's for sure.
Oh, okay, Blue Malibu, you're 1986, dear. Oh, yes. Oh, my God.
Georgia Satellites.
This band, and they only released 3 albums, believe it or not. They should have been so much more popular than they were.
They went way up, and then they just fell off a cliff. That was a good song.
I got a change in my pocket going jing-a-ling-a-ling. Love that song.
Yeah.
Very good call, Blue Malibu. You know what? And just because I like that as well, your next one, you can also pick 2 again. How about that? See, all you have to do is impress the bimbo, and you get perks like that too. And I'm not easy to impress when it comes to music, believe me. And the captain and the historian have known me for a while, and they know that I'm not easily impressed when it comes to music.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, and Kropka knows that as well too. Okay, so AKA Ray, you're 1986. Oh yeah. Oh my God, that's A Simple Life. Come on, Miss AKA Ray. What's your 1986? Okay, because you don't want to have to do a Kropka and have me put in No Choice.
No, Giant. Never mind.
Yeah, because nobody wants that on the resume.
As time goes by.
Sledgehammer.
Peter Gabriel. No. Yes, good choice. Good choice.
Great
awesome
video.
Stop motion at its finest.
Been married 30 years.
And now this song was not 1986, but if Peter Gabriel, if you would have said the song Biko by Stephen, the song about Stephen Biko, the South African, that would have earned you an extra. But Sledgehammer is so good. And I actually like Peter Gabriel's music better than I liked him when he was in Genesis.
Yeah.
I like the band Genesis as a whole, but I thought that he shined a little more when he was single.
He was so
Hey,
creative. Yeah,
yes.
he did so many different sorts of things.
Okay,
Took
so
a lot of risk.
we're up to Mr. Pirate Radio. Your number 1986.
1986. I wish I remembered more from that year, but I do remember a song by Bruce Cockburn called "If I Had a Rocket Launcher."
Yes, that's a good song. Nobody's heard that song before.
Drawing a blank.
It's an excellent song.
And I remember
Some son of a bitch would die.
and I remember that you put that on your pirate radio.
Yeah, yeah. I came across it. I investigated and liked it again. So I started listening to it regularly. It's got a great message. And it's pertaining, you know what? It sticks today too. If I had a rocket launcher, I know where I'd point it. Moscow.
I've got a whole neighborhood that I could point it at. No, actually, I'm lucky. I live in a good neighborhood. So Simple Life says, "Oh, Harry Styles, does a great sledgehammer." I can't imagine Harry Styles. That's really not his type of music, but sometimes that's the best when somebody who is like going out of their genre to do a song. It's like when Devo did Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. That was such an instant classic because it was like nothing you ever heard before.
Very up tempo. Can't get me though.
And there's a lot of bands that have done that. And you know what really annoys me when it comes to cover bands is when cover bands, they do a cover of a song and you're having difficulty, saying, okay, now which one's real, which one's the cover, because they don't put any effort into it. They just a band notorious for that was my much hated Motley Crue when they did Smoking in the Boys Room.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because that was just like Brownsville Station.
Right.
They really didn't change much.
Mm-hmm.
They did not. But if anybody's heard me talk about Motley Crue, you know how much I disliked seeing them twice in concert.
Motley
Certainly,
Crue?
Yeah.
certain artists can reinterpret a song so thoroughly that it becomes their song instead of the original. Like Joe Cocker covering A Little Help from My Friends from the Beatles. I think of that as a Joe Cocker song, even though he covered it.
It's like Jimi Hendrix doing All Along the Watchtower.
Right.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan started doing that song with the same tempo and arrangement that Hendrix used. He was so impressed by it.
Yeah. Okay, so we are at Bimbo
87.
Barbarella's 1986.
Okay.
Now, here's another obscure band that some of you may have heard. The name of the band is called Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark. And the song is called If You Leave, Won't You Go? You've heard the song.
I'm trying to blank. Maybe the historian will look that up for us.
And the name of the band they're known as OMD, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, and they were from England. If You Leave. And they were more popular in England. They only had a handful of songs even released here. Okay, they did a good song called Enola Gay. And everybody should know what Enola Gay is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
And no, she wasn't my granny. So, who did we miss? 1986. We got everybody. Good. Okay, 1987. Captain
Yes,
Chris.
Released on July the 27th, 1987. An immortal classic, a song that changed the trajectory of Western civilization.
Oh, this
Never
ought to be
gonna-
a fucking classic.
Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley.
I knew you were going to do that. I knew you were going to do that.
You knew I was going to do that because you know the rules, and so do I.
And in the very beginning, I said that I would not give anybody any shit about their songs. Good fucking Christ.
You got Rick rolled, baby.
Oh my
You
God.
rickroll a whole audience.
Ah. And hopefully nobody in the side chat has heard that, but I'm sure they have, and they're rolling their eyes at you as well.
Yeah, there should be some middle fingers coming your way.
Whatever possessed you to
pick
like
that
that
song?
song?
It has
know.
become an important song. It
It
became, the biggest meme to ever come out of the 1980s. It went supernova decades
I got
after it was released. But
yeah, I got rickrolled just a few weeks ago.
oh, okay.
I sent you the video because he rickrolls one of his coworkers, Jim. How old is
Yeah.
Jim?
Oh, he's 70. or
He's 70.
69.
He has Parkinson's. He was a musician out of San Francisco years ago, but he rickrolls them all the time.
Mhm.
And every March 15th, he gets them with the Ides of March of some
Vehicle by Ides of March.
Yeah.
He'll leave that voicemail on my phone or vice versa.
like weird cover versions of the Ides of March and stuff. But yeah, so yeah.
Oh, that's
That's
right.
good.
That's right. That's right. Simple Life. Yes. Okay. Mrs. Hopkins, we are going all the way
Go
from 1980 to 1986. Hope you have your list ready, dear. Oh, 1980. And you're smart enough. You can see how the game is played.
Well, she should have a whole list to
Yeah.
type out.
Okay. So 1980, Mrs. Hopkins. Thank you, Simple Life. You're doing very good today. Okay. You had the idea for the show. Your picks are good.
Simple Life's great.
Okay. Mrs. Hopkins,
awesome.
go ahead. 1980.
She's a lot younger than we are too. I'm guessing. So
the historical music for her.
she'll keep us on the ball.
I was 9 to 19 in that decade, so. And I spent that whole decade listening to 60s and 70s music. I didn't appreciate 80s music until like a decade or two later, when it was fully nostalgia music.
The Tide is High by Blondie. I love that song.
Great song.
Okay. Tide is high. Yes. Okay. Good. Good call. Next, 1981. And of course, see, this is one of the perks of being a professor here at the College of Knowledge is you get to do this. Okay, you're 1981, dear. Because I would not do this for anybody, but because Miss Hopkins is a professor in good esteem, and all you got to do is send me like $1.50 in postage stamps, and I can put you down as a professor. That's fine. Ooh, the Tom Tom Club. That's a good. Oh, good. And I think the Tom Tom Club, wasn't that like Tina Weymouth and Chris France from Talking Heads? I do believe. Could be wrong, but I think that's who the Tom Tom Club is. Okay, 1982.
Yes, you're correct.
Oh, gee, what another lucky guess.
Imagine that. And they're still happily married.
Yeah, they are. And he plays drums and she plays bass. And actually, she did not know how to play bass when she joined the Talking Heads. It's kind of like me. I mean, because I play, music, and I don't know how to play guitar or bass.
No, that's like when we did the what you call it?
12 Days of Christmas.
No, it was the other band, Jethro Tull. He didn't
Yeah.
know how to play flute
Yeah.
when he joined the band.
Okay, now here's her 1982. Everybody knows this song. I know what boys like. I know what girls want. I
Yeah.
know what boys like me.
Oh yeah.
Another good choice by the Waitresses. And they didn't have too many hits, but that's a good song. Okay, very good, Miss Hopkins. 1983. And I want to thank everybody in the right side chat. We have a very big crowd watching us today. That's good. That's good. I like to hear that. And Lamar says, "Bad music is bad music." Yes, it is. Take it. Take it from somebody who is the epitome of creating bad music.
But we are connoisseurs of bad music.
Yeah, the Blue Zebra Band.
Miss Hopkins, big country like you.
There we go. I feel vindicated once again.
So we have 2 for big country.
But that's not very creative when you have to name the song after your band.
Well, Bad Company had an album called Bad Company.
Yes.
A hit song called Bad Company.
Bad Company. Yeah, so.
Branding. All about branding.
Okay, Miss Hopkins, 1984, dear.
1984.
Yeah, that's a good song by Bowie.
Yeah.
Big Brother is watching you.
Another, and I think when we did our Bowie show, I think I put this song down, TVC 15.
Good song.
And I like that because that's especially about evil robots.
Like evil robots.
Well, I don't like robots. I am afraid of robots. Careless Whisper. Oh, man.
Another Ram song. Yeah, they had a lot of hits.
Does that
they were right there with Madonna. With the hits
since that's the second one that was mentioned from the band, does that constitute a double whammy?
And there was a band, and there's a South African band called Caesar, which does a killer cover of Careless Whisper.
Oh. Wow.
You have to listen to it because it starts out all nice like the Wham song does, but then they break out into some vivacious rock and roll, and they're from South Africa named Caesar. So if you got nothing else to do, and I know you won't remember it because I'm the only one who remembers shit like that. So, but very good call there, Miss Hopkins. 1985. And then when we come back from Mrs. Hopkins, we're going to.
I'm ready.
No, we're going back to Chris when Mrs. Hopkins is done. I'm on Fire by Bruce Springsteen, 1985. Okay. I'm on fire. I mean, yeah, because that's from 1984's Born in the USA, but I mean, what did that album spawn like 7 hits?
Yeah. The only album that's from him that spawned more hits was Born to Run. Saying every song off that album was a hit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're up to your 1986, Miss Hopkins, and then we start again with Captain Chris. Okay, hope everybody has their 1987 songs ready because your time is coming up. Venus by Bananarama.
I've given my 1987
No, you haven't.
song.
No, you haven't.
Now we'll just get back to you.
Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
we'll be up
Okay,
to
yes,
1988.
yes. Okay, you did, and then we went to Mrs. Hopkins. So,
Okay.
and Venus, and this song was actually originally done in 1967 by a band called Shocking Blue.
Danish band.
The Venus on the mountain top. Yeah, but Bananarama versions is very good as well. And, and just, it was a very fun song to listen to. It really was. Okay, so Captain Chris gave his, if you can even call that a thing a song. Jen the Historian, you're 1987. Okay, good job, Mrs. Hopkins.
My 1987 song is from the Dead Milkmen. Instant club hit, You'll Dance to Anything by the Smiths, which also condolences to
the fans and family. The bassist of the
Yes.
Smiths passed away at the age of 59.
Oh, really?
Pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because the Smiths, they consisted of Morrissey.
Andy Rourke was the bassist.
Johnny Marr.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Smiths. Okay.
No, the Dead Milkmen. You'll dance to anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You'll dance to anything.
Yeah. Okay. 1987, Simple Life, 1987. We've only got 3 left, so let's make these good ones.
Luca.
Oh,
my name is Luca.
Oh,
that is a dreadful song.
Although I changed it to my name is Puka.
I knew a guy who once had was at a pizza parlor, and then they had a jukebox that had that song on it, and put like enough money for that song to be replayed 10 times before he left.
Oh no, that's awful. Was that in college? Oh no.
Oh, this was like in high school.
Oh gosh.
God.
I mean, Simple Life, you had a very good run of songs, so I guess choosing Luca, which
that got a lot of airplay.
Yeah,
it was overplayed.
It did, and like I said, I don't expect everybody to like the same shit I do, and this is why this is good, because we're getting such a variety of songs that we haven't heard in a long time.
And I'm going to look it up, but I think
okay. And so Jennifer says that she likes "Tunnel of Love," and yeah, that was from that release that Bruce Springsteen did. He did it before Guns N' Roses. He released 2 albums on the same day. It was Lucky Town, and I think Tunnel of Love was the name of the other album. I'm not sure. But I don't have either of them. 11 people need to give me a thumbs up. Yeah. Yeah, come on, 11 people. Thank you, Benny Loco.
Benny's on it.
Mark is just kicked back. I guess Mark is having problems there with his little gnome. Okay, so Blue Malibu, you're 1987, dear.
My little gnome is doing fine, aren't you, buddy? Fuck off, Clapton.
Oh, he sounds almost like one of those unicorns from space.
He's charming. He's a charming one. He's a dirty little one too, and he steals everything he can get his greasy little hands on.
Hey, so Blue says,
Wow.
oh, Joe Satriani. Yeah. You know what, Blue? And a lot of people, they don't remember Joe Satriani. Oh, the only Joe Satriani album I have is called Surfing with an Alien, because that's good. And if you don't know, the cover, it's like the comic book character, the Silver Surfer. Very good call. And Sweet Child of Mine.
That's our first mention of Guns N' Roses so
Yeah.
far. Very impactful 80s band.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and a lot of it was Guns N' Roses' own fault because they only released 5 albums.
Yeah, they didn't release a whole lot of albums.
And
but,
and
Appetite was such a great album that everything after that just
right. And
didn't
see,
measure up.
that's one issue that I have with the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Granted, Guns N' Roses was fantastic, but if you release only 5 albums, I don't think you deserve to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. How come Judas Priest is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? Deep Purple is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But Guns N' Roses is.
Yeah, I guess you can judge it by impact too. Like the band Boston, huge band, but they only made about 5 albums
5
per studio album.
And like Boston really was like Tom Schultz and then other people that he had playing with him.
Mm-hmm.
He was the brilliance behind Boston, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he was willing to tinker on an album for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years. Most musicians are like, let's just get it in one take and keep going. Let's move on to the next song. They don't want to overwork their stuff.
Well, that's like me. Whenever I do whenever I do one of my songs, I give it like 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And if you listen to my music, you can tell that, well, maybe if she practiced or played a little better, songs would be better. No,
There's some happy middle there somewhere, but you don't want to do take after take after
Right.
take of the song.
Okay, Mr. Kropka, you're 1987.
I'll tell you what it's not. It's not George Michael's Faith, Faith, Faith. Gotta have faith, faith, faith. What it is Paradise City by GNR.
There we go.
Welcome down to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Nothing against George Michael again. He had a great voice. He was a real talented individual. I just did not like any of the music that he produced. Wrote.
Very, very poppy.
Yes.
Okay, Blue, and the wiggle that that Axl did, he actually stole that from Ian Astbury of The Cult. It's called serpentining. When he does like that, it's called serpentining. And I'm sure there was somebody who did it before Ian Astbury, but
good artists imitate great artists steal.
Yes.
And
Okay.
I stole that from Picasso.
Okay, Mark, 1987. That was a good call. My 1987 song that I was just listening to because I brought the CD down with me to go down to the Moffitt Cancer Center, drive in Al's big giant van that can seat like 10 people or, I could carry around a couple of horses in the back, or a band called New Order. The song is called True Faith. And New Order actually spawns from a 1970s band called Joy Division. And they were very popular. And their lead singer, Ian Curtis, at 19 at the age of 23, he committed suicide, and so the band they decided to stay together, and they went from Joy Division to New Order, and they became much more dance influenced.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we have two more to go. Captain Chris, your 1988.
Alrighty. The pickings became a little thinner in 88 and 89, but it's an artist that we haven't profiled yet, Robert Palmer.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
June 22nd, 1988, Simply Irresistible. That's just a great pop song.
Yeah. And you know what? And none of his and none of his previous music sounded anything like he did.
No, he changed his sound quite a bit.
And it worked.
Ally Sally was way different than Simply Irresistible.
And it worked because he sold 1 billion albums, and then he became a lead singer with the band Power Station.
Right. And the Duran Duran guitarist was part of that, and then
Andy Taylor.
Yeah.
Put on your sailing shoes. Put on your sailing shoes.
Yeah, Robert Palmer's videos were great too. Very much of its time. So, Jen, what's your number 1988?
My 88 is Ziggy Marley, Tomorrow People.
Oh, okay. That's the first reggae one we've had. And Ziggy. I always liked Ziggy, and I always liked Bob. And you know another a reggae artist whose OCD I have, but unfortunately he got shot and killed.
Peter Tosh? Peter Tosh?
Yes. And he was one of the few people that the Rolling Stones actually had signed to the Rolling Stones records. So any Peter Tosh, if you have one that has like the Rolling Stone tongue as a label, that's worth a lot.
Oh.
But if you're to buy it now, it's just generic, somebody who owns the Rolling Stone tongue, I think Virgin or somebody. But if you have one that
from back then,
the tongue on it.
Interesting.
Man.
Yeah, because
my brother has that album.
Yeah, because they signed a couple of bands, not that many, but
that was Bush Doctor, right?
He had a couple. What's the song that I'm trying to think of? The song that I really liked by Peter Tosh, and now I can't think of it.
That one he did with Mick Jagger, "Walk and Don't Look Back."
No, that wasn't it. And when I was describing the tongue, I knew the title of it, but it fell out of my head somehow. So, okay, so who are we up to now?
I'll give you a head.
We are up to
the panel.
No, we are up to Mrs. Hopkins, 1987. Mrs. Hopkins. I'm Mr. 87. So you're 87 and you're 88, Mrs. Hopkins. Okay, Simple Life. Yeah, I'll get to you, but let me get Mrs. Hopkins. Heart
and Soul by Paul.
And that band is so obscure, and you had to have known who the band was to know who they are. And do you know who T'Pau is?
It's a reference to Star Trek.
Yes.
But
okay.
I don't know which character on Star Trek it's a reference to.
Okay, T'Pau. She's the leader of the Vulcan Council.
Okay.
That's who T'Pau is.
Right.
Excellent call, Mrs. Hopkins. And Devil Inside by INXS. Devil inside, devil inside. Every single one of us has the devil inside. And hate to say, but there was a waste of a life of Michael Hutchence.
Yeah, he had another good album or two in him, but he took his own life. unfortunate.
And the way to go. I mean, that's almost embarrassing.
There's some conjecture like that he just, he just committed suicide. It wasn't autoerotic asphyxiation, but I don't know. I don't know the details.
In Excess had a lot of good songs too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Opinion.
And a lot of those bands like U2 and REM and stuff, I didn't appreciate till later.
I like this smattering of YouTube songs. I've got a couple albums. I've got like the early stuff like Boy and War. I've
Mhm.
got Rattle and Hum,
Mhm.
and I've got one of their later ones called How to Build a a nuclear weapon, and it's got a song on it called Vertigo.
Mm.
That's the only reason I bought it was Vertigo, but the rest of the album, it's okay. Okay, Simple Life. So, so Simple Life, we're going with 1988 Fast Car by Tracy Chapman. And that's the second time that's been called out tonight, which is kind of surprising because I didn't think many people would even know who that is.
Dude, Benny Loco said, "Take Your Mama" by Scissor Sisters.
Oh, you've never, oh God, do anybody, where is that? Has anybody here seen or heard the band The Scissor Sisters?
I'll
Oh
look them up
my
now to see if I have.
God.
Oh yeah, I don't think I have.
Blank,
Oh,
drawing a blank on them. No clue who they
oh
are.
God. They were just like a funky kind of dance band. And they sounded like they were from the 1970s.
Oh, they were out of West Virginia.
And they did it on purpose. And they do a like disco-y version of Comfortably Numb,
Nice.
which you just need to hear it just for hearing it. And that was a good call. Scissor Sisters, yeah. Not a lot of people know that band.
Well, to listen to them when we're done and see if I know.
Yeah. Oh, well, if you've never heard them before, you will like them. You will definitely like them. Okay, so where are we at? Tracy Chapman. Okay, we're at Blue Malibu. Your number 1888 there. And I wonder what ever happened to Tone Loc, because he had that one great album, and pretty much if you've never heard the entire album is good, with Wild Thing and Funky Cole Medina, but that was it. That's all they ever did.
They're one hit wonder band.
Wild Thing. And everybody remembers that song. And End of the Line by the Traveling Wilburys. Yes, Traveling
Outstanding
Wilburys.
song.
Good.
I want that song played at my wake.
Oh, what? Oh, the End of the Line. Yeah, you
Yep.
had said that before in some other program too, Chris.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Going to the end of the line.
Okay, so oh, wait, because I'm still putting stuff. Okay, Miss AKA Ray.
Mr. AKA.
Yeah, well. Oh, like I know the difference. Come on, really.
Well, one is shaped a little bit differently than the other. One gets a little more irritable once a month than the other. Shall I go on?
Next. Time for a dance party. Yeah. Doing the wild thing.
Wild thing.
Oh, my screen is froze.
Oh, everybody dance now. Wasn't that more 90s?
CNC Music Factory. I think that was
Oh,
in 1990.
Okay, see,
Early
now that I
90s.
would not have known. I would not have known that. So,
like
AKA, do you have your 1988? If not, we can always come back to you. Okay, Pirate Radio, your 1988.
My 1988. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Can you see my image too?
No.
We see the letter M flaring. So.
Oh, okay, because my tablet is frozen now.
Oh,
But I
okay.
can continue.
Yep.
I tell you what it's not. My 1988 is not Endless Summer Nights by Richard Marx.
Okay, well, that's a good choice.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
it's
omit
not.
anything from Richard Marx safely.
But what I did pick was by George Harrison. I got my mind set on you.
Oh, I love that song. I got my mind set on you.
Funny video too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very upbeat. Very happy. And nobody said, "Don't worry, be happy."
Bobby
Thank God.
McFerrin's
Oh, thank God.
Immortal
Because
Classic.
okay, thank God, because you would have been penalized and lose a turn. I don't know. There's still one more choice for everybody.
Yes, there
So,
is.
so if you want to pull it now, you can't lose a turn.
You want a good flogging.
Okay, so my 1988, and I have to say, "Sweet Child of Mine."
Yeah, GNR gets this too. Great,
Yeah,
great band.
I mean, because the first time I heard that, I can just remember saying, "Holy shit!" Just listening to Axl's voice and just Slash guitar and I remember seeing videos of Axl Rose back then. He did a cover version with the Rolling Stones called "Salt of the Earth." When he was when he was good, when he was young, when he was good looking, when he was sexy. And you look at him when he played with AC/DC, he, looked like, Chet from Weird Science.
He put on a few pounds. Axl Rose was also noted for his wide vocal range. He could hit some extremely low notes and then some extremely high-pitched notes as well.
Yeah. And Benny says that she was never a fan of Axl. I wouldn't say that I was a fan of his because I heard he pulled a lot of shenanigans, and well, that's why Chinese Democracy took 12 years to come out. And that never should have been released anyway, because that was a big pile of crap. I remember when that came out, I bought it and it was hideous. And that's at the time when you had like record stores and like CD stores. And I went to turn it back in, and I forget exactly the amount, but the proprietor of the store says, "Yeah, this is about the 30th one of these we've gotten in a week." I says, "Well, it's terrible." And he says, "Yeah, and I don't know what I'm going to do with them because I know I'm not going to be able to sell them." And so they probably ended up like that Atari game E.T. Buried out
Buried in
under-
the desert. Nice. Or Yes's album Union. That was a particular.
that was horrible.
Yeah, I agree.
I didn't buy that, but I've heard it. And I said, whatever happened to Relayer or Roundabout or
They just bought
like
Sergeant
Siberian,
Cooper.
or
brought
like
all the
Siberian
players in the
Contra
band
or
back in, and they created a bunch of completely forgettable tracks that had no cohesion to them. And it's
yeah, it was.
luckily I bought the album used, but it was crap. I don't know. I'm sure it was in the group of vinyl or CDs that got stolen from us. I don't know.
It was so bad that you felt cheated buying it used.
Oh, absolutely. It was awful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are rolling along nicely. And like I said, I want to appreciate we've had a very decent crowd. We've had a lot of fun with the right chat with all of the College of Rock Knowledge's friends. We are down to our 1989 song. So this is your final chance to impress the dean. So make it a good one.
Oh, you're going to be so disappointed.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well,
probably with mine.
Well, but this is my guilty pleasure pick. It was a great pop song. I think it deserves to be on the list. A nod to Athens, Georgia from the B-52s, released on June 20th, 1989, Love Shack.
I love that song.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah.
I love that
It's
song.
very
And the
poppy.
video is so great. And oh my God. And like the
RuPaul's in it.
And like the whole bunch of mutants that were in that Love Shack, that made the video.
Mm-hmm.
Well, RuPaul was big back in the day.
Yeah.
You know.
Just a great, just purely distilled pop song.
Okay. And so in that song, what was it that got rusted? Oh, what was it?
Tin Roof.
Rusted. And what does that have to do with anything?
Well, you see a lot of rusted tin roofs going down the Atlanta highway.
Oh.
Yeah.
So now it makes
old
sense.
Farms, old houses.
When you're going down the road in a car that's as big as a whale.
Yeah.
And it's about to set sail.
Which I had back then too.
Yeah.
Had like a Newport, was that Newport?
Chrysler?
Yeah, that thing was huge. That was solid. That's when they made cars.
I remember my mother drove. Oh, she had a Delta Olds 98.
Okay.
And this is when we lived in Fort Lauderdale. We could fit like 10 kids going to the beach. You just have to lay on top of each other, but you could fit 10 kids in a car.
Oh yeah.
I saw an Oldsmobile on the road today. I was shocked because there's so few of them out on the road anymore.
What's funny about my New Yorker is somebody with one of those old Monte Carlos backed into me, totally crushed their entire trunk. My car had a scratch on it. That was it.
I really like the big old floaty boaty cars from the 1970s. That's it was the malaise era. They couldn't make cars with decent horsepower because they didn't have the emissions technology to keep the emissions from being toxic. So they reduced the horsepower to nothing and then sold you on luxury. And so they made the seats really plush. They made the suspension really soft and just convinced you that you were just living in elegance on this overpriced,
Cordoba was real Corinthian leather.
Corinthian leather.
Oh,
David Letterman
Corinthian
asked
leather,
him, "What the hell is Corinthian leather?" But
always wanted to know.
Well, All I know is that my mother's Oldsmobile had a big spring sticking out of the back. And if you're one of the kids unlucky enough to have to lay in the back going to the beach, it says, oh shit, where's that spring? I don't want to end up laying on that spring.
Right.
Okay, so number 1989.
Good one, Betsy
Is
Bay.
Jen the Historian.
Betsy Bay just flashed up. She Drives Me Crazy by Fine Young Cannibals.
Yes, she drives me crazy.
They were a good band. They were smooth, easy listening. Kind of like Simply Red. But my 1989 is also a smooth band. The 10,000 Maniacs. Trouble Me.
Okay, yeah, they were good.
Yeah. So I like Natalie Merchant. She has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, yeah.
She married Paul Simon, right? Who did Paul
Did
Simon
she?
marry? Well, I think.
She seems awfully young.
Well,
for
Paul Simon married a musician, but
he married Carly
Okay,
Simon.
okay, she either married Paul Simon or Chevy Chase. Oh, one of the guys from that video.
let's see.
Eddie Brickell. Eddie
Eddie
Brickell.
Brickell.
Yeah.
And the New Bohemians.
Yeah. Different band.
Okay. Never mind.
Okay, very good, Miss Jen. We are at number 1989 for Miss Simple Life. And remember that we all need to credit Simple Life for coming up with the idea for this.
Yay.
So
I just want to say something. I earlier put in my promo video for this night that it was Mrs. Hopkins that came up with this idea. So I apologize, Simple Life, for that. It was Simple Life indeed.
Yes. And we love her for it.
Angel Eyes by Jeff Healey Band. Of course I know the Jeff Healey Band is, and I've heard some of their songs. I don't remember Angel Eyes. Does anybody else?
I do.
Was it a good song?
No. It was really corny, Simple Life.
Really
corny.
Okay, and so here we are. We just gave the girl a round of applause, and you're calling her song corny.
Yeah.
Boy, she's not going to go to pirate radio anymore. That's for damn sure. Or if she does, she's going to insult you.
That's okay. We're friends. You've never heard it before? Girl, what are you doing with a clown like me? It opens. That's how it starts.
Okay, and so Jennifer, not Jennifer the historian, the other Jennifer who's always in my chat and nice to see her all the time. She says she likes Angel Eyes. So,
all right. Well, I'm just saying.
I like his guitar playing. I mean, he'd play, with the guitar on his lap and kind of tap on it. Blind guitarist.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Because Mark, and like you would know, and like didn't he use like the oh, and I've got one, the thing that you put on your like a thing to make it like a slide guitar. Oh, didn't he do that a lot?
Yeah, he used the slide. He used his fingers, but he played on his lap.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah,
he lost his eyes when he was.
Yeah, like a slide guitar.
Yeah, he played it like that, but he used his fingers most of the time. He didn't use a glass slide.
Oh, okay. Mine is glass. Yeah, mine is glass.
Yeah. I knew him, but I didn't really know him really, really good. The guitarist in my Toronto band played with him several times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw Bear Sauls once. He just, instead of using a glass slide, he just used a beer bottle off of a table.
He actually went out with my ex-girlfriend.
And
Bonnie, world after all.
And Betsy Bay says, if I could turn back time,
I would date a fetus.
You
Okay,
ain't
you get
right.
no.
You ain't right.
Okay, you get no more choices.
Oh.
You get no more choices.
Well, you know, that I'm just commenting on Cher's usual age gap between herself and her partners.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You-
think the oldest guy that she, or the guy closest to her age, was either like Gene Simmons or Greg Allman.
Yeah. Of course,
You're
guys
saying
do
that
this all the time and they get away with it, but you know, when women do that, they get, you know, they
Yeah,
get
exactly.
Double
Okay, so
standard.
we are at Blue Malibu. You're 1989, dear.
the lovely and talented.
Oh, Blue Malibu went with Love Shack as well. Also, I Want It All by Queen and What It Takes by Aerosmith. So triple
Well,
pick.
well, I like Love Shack. The other two, honestly, Blue, and you know how I feel about both of those bands. I could do without them, but hey, everybody's choice is their own, and it's not for me to pick on you unnecessarily. And that person's gone anyway, who I pick on unnecessarily. So, okay, Mrs. Hopkins, you're 1989, dear.
Betsy Bay has a pick.
Crossfire by Stevie Ray. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good one. Very good.
Yeah, okay. That comes now didn't that come off his last album I think he did before the infamous helicopter one? Because there was a song in there that said the house is a rockin', so don't bother knocking, don't bother.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah.
Manchild by Nina Cherry. First time for Nina Cherry. And you never hear too much about what she's doing or like what became of her.
Nina Cherry.
Yeah. Okay,
Right.
so the esteemed historian is looking up that information. Okay, we have AKA Ray, you're 1989, dear.
She actually had a new album out in 2022 called The Versions.
There you go.
With singles Buffalo Stance and Man Child. No, heck, we experienced that earlier, but
Yeah.
let's see.
Okay, AKA Ray, you're 1989. I am so glad that in this entire little experiment, nobody mentioned that song, 99 Luftballons.
Oh, yeah. I had forgotten about that.
Oh, God.
Ba-ba-dum-bum-ba-dum.
That
course,
was overplayed like Luca.
He had real talent. You
Yeah.
could
I don't know.
do a
I don't know,
remix with the
Jennifer.
German and the English version of the song.
Jennifer, if Ray's not back from the phone call, okay, why don't you make the pick? Okay, so
99
you
Left
make the pick
Balloons.
for her. You make the pick for her.
Oh, you mean Jennifer in the
Yeah.
Jennifer, not Jen.
Right.
Now, I was trying to think, there was a band, I don't know if it was late 80s or early 90s, and there was a video. I didn't have MTV, but I remember seeing it at a friend's house, and there was a monkey playing like the cymbals maybe in it, or several monkeys. But I wanted to say it was a European artist. And I thought it was Nina Hagen, but it wasn't.
No, that
Could have
doesn't sound like a Nina Hagen sort of thing anyway.
been. I can't remember the song, but that I liked it. And I just remember there was that weird music video with the monkey.
And it was like those toy monkeys that just stand there playing with the cymbals.
I think so. That's what I recall.
Okay, okay, Jennifer, and you're gonna fill in for AKA Ray with their 1989 pick. So this is putting you on the spots.
Wow.
So even if you miss it
Yep,
by a couple of
he's
years,
back. He's back for a minute or two.
Oh.
They.
okay, AKA Ray. So what's your 1989? And this is the last one, so just spew it out.
Mm-mm.
Oh man, is this chair ever uncomfortable? Jeez.
Your chair? Your
Yeah.
new chair?
No. Yeah, it is actually. Could be a few months old.
An office chair is a serious investment in comfort, so you want
Yeah, I know to
good
pay
chair.
a little bit more next time.
Mhm.
I had to check that I wasn't sitting on a testicle.
Maybe get one of those gel pads.
Yeah, the donut.
Gotta protect the twig and berries.
Yeah,
No,
you
they-
do. Donuts
In
too.
excess,
John,
new sensation. Okay, good job, good call. Got a new sensation. Okay, Kropka, your number 1989, sir.
My 1980, I'll tell you what it's not. It's certainly not Like a Prayer by Madonna. Definitely wasn't that. Blah.
I
But
couldn't
it
agree with that
was.
more. I could not agree with that more.
Okay. But what it was I Won't Back Down by Tom Petty.
There you go.
That's Tom Petty's first offering in the show as well. 'Cause I won't back
Back
down.
down.
I should get
Very
some.
nice.
And you know what got me about Tom Petty?
What's that?
Is,
Jimbo?
well, actually he was from Gainesville, but that's not the point. Is like he was with his band, the Heartbreakers. And then he did some solo albums, but the band who played with him was the Heartbreakers. But they were
Right.
Tom Petty solo albums, but he still had his whole band playing with him.
So is he able to screw them out of the royalties for the music?
Probably.
Sounds like him.
Until then, they said, you know what, Tom, we're just going to quit. And he says, no, 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 my God, we'll go back to being a band.
Funny.
Then he
Yeah.
said More Than Words, I think, by Extreme, but that one did not come out till 90.
No, and that was with Gary Chacon and Nina Buttoncourt. And Gary Chacon gets a lot of crap because he filled in for I think on Motley Crue 3, because Vince Neil was gone, and and I know that John Corabi was in on Motley Crue because he did Generation Swine.
He was in Van Halen.
No, that's right. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's right. I get those two bands that I can't stand mixed up anyway. So
Well, and it figures because he was influenced by Roger Daltrey and Freddie Mercury. So
yeah,
there you go.
and
Your favorite singers.
And before I give my final pick, I did hear some good news, and I showed Mark this, a band that I love called the Dead Daisies, that John Corabi was the lead singer of for the first 4 albums. He actually left and was replaced by Glenn Hughes, who played with Deep Purple and Whitesnake and a whole bunch of crap.
Yep.
And they did 2 albums with Glenn Hughes. And it's really not terrible music, but it just did not have the energy that the original Dead Daisies with John Corabi had. So I was very pleasantly pleased to hear that he actually went back to this band called the Dead Daisies. And if you want to see a band, just go look at them on YouTube. You can just tell how much energy and fun the band is having up there on stage. They're just not standing there like this. They're having a lot of fun up there. And the name of the band is Dead Daisies.
Got it.
So the final pick of the evening, and this is why I always go last, so I can do the final pick and bring the show to its climactic crescendo.
Ta-da.
Ooh, that's, I don't know, just say that a couple of times, you can, get all tingly. As Jay Scully says, tingle, 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 tingle.
Brain dingles.
Yeah. And this is probably my favorite song by this artist in the 1980s. Because back in the 70s, when this band was out, they always asked, why is the singer's name Alice? And the song is Poison by Alice Cooper.
Right.
Your
Okay.
love is like poison. Because he had a lot of good songs in the 80s. Oh, when he made his comeback and got sober.
Yeah.
Well, he's not completely sober, I don't think, but he doesn't have that crazy, lifestyle that he used to have. But Poison is such a good song.
I think he is completely sober. I
Oh,
think
really? Okay.
Yeah.
He plays golf now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays golf.
And
Hangs
he's
out
also,
in the church.
and he's also in a band called the Hollywood Vampires.
That's right.
Oh, with Johnny Depp. And they're actually releasing their 3rd album.
Joe Perry.
Yeah, Joe Perry. Sometime later this year. Yeah, and the Hollywood Vampires are good to check out because
No, to be quite honest, as a band, they're pretty sloppy. If you listen to them,
well, yeah, but yeah,
they're not a tight band, but they're celebrities up there. So everybody likes to watch celebrities play together.
yeah.
Like Stephen King with the Rock Bottom Remainders.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, that's. I mean, and a lot of people had heard rumors that Johnny Depp was a musician. He actually originally played in a band in South Florida called the Rock City Angels.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was with the band and he moved out to California to be in Jump Street 21. Was that the name of the show?
Yeah. 21 Jump Street.
21 Jump Street, yeah. And so he gave up his music career and then he got, back to it. The name of the band is the Hollywood Vampires.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct, sir.
Of course it's correct. Thou doubtest the bimbo?
No. Stop. Don't say it. Don't say it. Stop now, Bimbo. Stop, please.
Okay, well, this is going on close to 3 hours. I figured that this was going to be quite a long thing because, like I said, there wasn't a lot of crossover songs, and we did have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 guests. We had
Nice.
Chris Leclerc up for a little bit, who had to leave.
He always has to leave.
And who else was? Brian was up, and he had to leave. He had to go to sleep, I guess. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, because working any kind of midnight shift is terrible. I've done it before.
Yeah.
So, I know that some of you have things that you have to do tomorrow. So, I guess we'll cut the show short. Short, as in working on 2 hours and 45 minutes. I want to thank, as I usually do, everybody who participated in the lists today, everybody who watched in the side chat for your comments. You, Mrs. Benny Loco, it's always nice to see you, my friend.
Out of my way, shorty, or I'll deck you.
And Jennifer, it was nice to see you. Everybody that was up here, I'm not going to go through the whole list.
Can I plug next Friday?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 1 second, huh?
I
All right.
just thought
Go. All right. Go and get it out of the way.
Go ahead, Edith.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
I just want to make
Talk
sure
about
she
it.
doesn't just like cut us off.
Okay.
No. And
Excuse
it's
me.
good that you said it, because I would have forgotten it all during the week.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I would have forgotten it. And then you would have said, "Are you doing Friday show?" And I said, "What?"
Excuse me. So Friday's show, 8:00 next Friday. We're doing the movies where the
Oh.
Put it out. Put it out, Jen. Put it out.
got overheated.
Oh.
Okay.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's
On my
on.
volume.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
can you
muting
hear
half of
me?
your coughs. Everybody can hear us, right?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
We're waiting.
Sorry about
We're
that. It's getting hot in
waiting.
here.
I feel like I'm on the set of Caddyshack with Ted Knight staying there in the golf greens saying, "We're waiting."
Yeah. Sorry about that. So we're doing movies worth watching next Friday, 8:00, and we'll be reviewing the movies that we watched from our picks last week, and we'll be picking 3 more free movies from YouTube.
Oh,
So join us for that.
okay, because you're gonna have to send me what movies I picked from last time.
You picked stuff that wasn't on there.
Yeah. Oh no, that's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because I didn't understand, because nobody explained it to me properly.
Oh, properly. Okay. Well, Mark got the memo. But anyway, so what I'm reviewing is Leprechaun in the Hood, How to Eat Worms, and the Ron Clark story.
Okay.
Mark.
Jen, and now you said that these movies are from where?
YouTube, and they're free.
And okay, so how does somebody go on to see the free movies on YouTube?
Well, if you're on your phone, I gave you a link. But if you're on your phone, you go to YouTube.
No, because I can do it from the PC, because I did it after the fact.
I gave you a link to them.
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
But if you're regular person on your phone, and it may be the same on the computer, you go to subscription. No, sorry, you go to library. And once you go to library, you'll see your movies and TV. Click on that. And I don't have any movies that I purchased, but if you look up here, it has free with ads. Click on that. And you can come back down here. It has it by genre, but then I can pick primetime movies for you, view all. And then they'll give you like a list of 300 films that are free on YouTube.
And And there's actually a lot of good movies on there. I mean, they're not, like they're all not like top cream of the crop movies. You're not going to see Avatar up there for free,
Well,
but
there's some old classics on there.
oh
For
yeah,
sure.
oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in fact, The Right Stuff is on, and then they have some crazy ones like The Swarm is on this year. They've already changed the movies from when we started, so I guess they change them out maybe monthly.
Oh, great. So the one, okay. So after the show was, I picked 3 that I, would have picked, but now they're probably gone, and I didn't write them down.
I'm telling you, you did not pick.
No, that's
I
okay.
didn't. No, okay, no, I didn't. Like I said, after the show, I went and I picked 3 movies to do for your next show.
Yeah,
But if they already changed them, I didn't write them down.
but they didn't change all of them.
Okay.
I was still able to watch Worms and Ron Clark.
And so, what was the worm movie? Well, and what was it called? Like How to Eat Worms and
How
Still
to
Have
Eat
Friends?
Fried Worms.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'll be reviewing that. But
That's okay.
if by chance the one you picked isn't there, just pick another one so if you haven't done the assignment. We'll work around you, bimbo.
well, I did it. I just didn't do it correctly because I was unable to follow the instructions properly at the time.
Well, that's all right. We have grace here.
Ray, aka Ray, that's okay, bud. I don't need to borrow the inflatable donut. It's not hemorrhoids I got. It's not the grapes of wrath.
I know that I had to wear one of those. I had to use one of those things for months when I had my cancer and the colostomy bag, just because like sitting there with that colostomy bag, it kind of put like pressure on my stomach. So one of those, little inflatable, butt bubbles worked perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
That or else I would go out and well, no, I don't want to say that because I think it would be funny, but somebody would find it offensive. So I'm not going to say it.
There we go.
So Mrs. Hopkins, she says, "Ooh, I see Train to Busan." Yes, that is a good zombie movie.
Mm-hmm. There are just a lot of great movies on here. They're absolutely free.
And so Blue says, "I just started watching Every Which Way But Loose." Oh,
That was classic. I love Ruth. What's her name? What was her name? Ruth.
Ruth Eckerd.
No.
Ruth Buzzy.
No.
Okay. Well, Okay. Well, speaking of Every Which Way But Loose.
Ruth Gordon.
Yeah. I loved when like Clint would say, "Left turn, Clyde," and then the orangutan would throw out his arm and the bite. And my God, they had to be the most inept bikers that you could ever see in a movie.
That was a great movie.
And they were just hysterical. Because they were just so inept. I'm gonna have to watch that now again.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
that's
just
on that
funny.
free thing, right? That's on the free thing.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll have to watch that.
I forget what her line was in there. You goddamn.
Yeah.
When she's a orangutan or ape or something.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because she did not like Clyde.
Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, because
But no,
I
we'll
know-
have some fun over there.
yeah, because I know some people are headed out to go to work or go on road trips or something. So again, I want to say thank you everybody for watching. I hope we entertained you. I hope you were entertained because I know that I thoroughly enjoy doing this. And I've said it before, and it almost sounds egotistical and omnipotent and overbearing.
Not you.
Because I'm not the ones who said that. It was these guys here. It was the unicorns from space.
It was Harold and Maude, Blue. Harold and Maude.
Yeah, and Okay, because because it was this guy, Captain Hornblower, who said that I was omnipotent and overbearing.
I told you in the comments, I think Captain Hornblower is half donkey because he's an ass.
Yeah, but he's got a horn. You know,
Freak of
because
nature.
because I love doing this because coming on here and chatting with all you people, chatting about music, I entertain myself. I really honestly truly do.
Hmm.
And like I said, I've got a great crowd of the College of Knowledge. If you aren't familiar with everybody, some of us weren't here today. Addie wasn't here today. Bopak wasn't here. Bopak works a lot, so.
Hmm.
Um, but we had Mark Kropka. Yeah, Mark was here today. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, Mrs. Hopkins was here. So
You know, you're getting old when you get referred to in the third person when you're physically there.
No kidding.
What are we going to do with Pops? You know, Pops is sitting right there in the recliner.
okay, guys. I have no idea what our next
And
college.
Grandpa answer and Pops answers this way.
We love you, Pops.
And I don't know when our next music thing is because well, I wasn't going to say anything, but I'll just make it short and sweet. I did go to the cancer center today, and I do have blood cancer. It's not anything bad yet. It's like my bone marrow is not producing enough iron,
Oh no.
and so I don't need any sort of chemo or radiation. Next Friday, I've got to go in and I've got to get a iron transfusion,
Supplement, yeah.
Hmm.
and
Wow.
that's going to take like 2 hours.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're slow drips.
Yeah, and so then even one of the girls there who know me, they said, "Oh, Barbara, make sure that you bring something to do because you'll be here for a while."
Hmm.
Mm.
So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
get her done. Get that iron back in your
yeah,
bloodstream.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and see, like, and that's because I also have anemia, but that is hereditary in my family. And being anemic and low on iron is really affecting like my bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Well, and your energy level,
Well,
I'm
hopefully
sure.
this will, improve your energy level and quality of life. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Well, I have lots of energy because a couple of days ago I was up, cleaning twigs and stuff off the roof, and it was good because I only fell off twice. So that was all right.
Jump and roll, Bimbo.
Be
No, but I
careful on
did
those
tell you,
ladders.
yeah, but I did tell you that, that fortunately, there were some porcupines laying on the bricks.
Okay.
So
You
instead
broke
of
your fall.
instead of landing on the bricks, I just landed on the porcupines.
Oh, well, there you go.
Hmm.
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really good job.
And so I was happy for the porcupines. So I gave them a can of tuna and they liked me now. So
You should fall on Santa's lap, Your little Santa guy out there,
no, actually
Your Asian Santa.
the next time that the next time that I see you guys, Santa took a hike.
Oh no.
For some reason, I don't know. Some of the cats had a field day on them and they bit them all up. Okay, but I did save his head, and I saved his head and put it on the fence.
Okay, great.
Are you serious?
That's all we need,
You
'cause we
put
need-
Santa's severed head on a fence.
I need
Yeah.
a selfie. I need a selfie with him.
Yes,
So
yes, Chris. That's exactly what I did.
There
that's
you go.
great.
And like I was gonna get out paint and like paint some little eye makeup on him, and I said no, I'm just gonna leave his bald severed plastic head on the fence, and that way if any telemarketers or some Jehovah Witnesses come up, they'll see a severed head and say, oh, I don't know if I want to come here.
Yeah, you can just look them dead in the eye and say, "Look what happened to Santa over here."
Would you
Oh,
like to come in? I can offer you a iced tea or any sort of beverage you choose. No, ma'am, that's okay. We'll just throw the literature on the lawn. Okay, guys. Thank you, everybody. Like I said, hope you had fun. Hope you were entertained. Um, try to remember that Jen is having her show next week. I don't know when the College of Knowledge will return. It won't be that long. Maybe 3 weeks I'll shoot for, because then all my shit should be done.
What
Well,
will
does
be the
it-
next topic?
Huh?
Yeah, does a Simple Life have a next topic we can start working on?
Or anybody else, if you have a topic. Mrs. Hopkins, Blue Malibu, Leah.
If we
Anybody
did
want
a
to come up?
show, but 70 to 79 instead of 80 to 89, that would kind of be
That'd be more fun.
That would be in more in our wheelhouse for sure.
Yeah,
much
I'd love
more-
to do that
That's,
decade.
that's our
Um,
decade, but that would be a good backup plan.
And so Mrs. Hopkins says to stick a set of Christmas lights inside, I can make them glow. Yeah, that, or I can get like some of those little, I don't know, those little round candles that you. Yeah, but I don't want to use candles.
Hey, you can get little LEDs now for stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, but that's a good idea.
I like, let's do the 70s the next show, because you've got stuff coming up, we've got stuff coming up, and that it's kind of an easier assignment. for
Well,
me,
there's
for
more
sure.
songs that we like from that era. There's more songs that we
Right.
know from that era, and
Okay.
that we kind of
Okay.
we are turning back time as for the show.
Okay, yeah, blue. They're called devotive candles. Yes, yeah. But I still do have some sand in the. I still do have some grass in the sand.
Now, you do have electric or little battery operated votives too.
Oh, really? Okay.
You turn them on. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll try to do this in like 3 weeks. Let's shoot for
Good.
3 weeks. I'll give you guys the definite dates.
Cool.
Okay.
But next week is Easy Street with Jen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the movie thing's only a once a month thing.
All right.
So
Okay, well, again, thank you, everybody. Good night. Farewell.
the chat did a
Dreams.
great job. Thank you.
Yep.
Everybody did. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we need to say goodbye to Captain Hornblower and his minion Horatio. And now, if you don't know what or who Horatio Hornblower is, please don't come back on.
I think there's a movie on that, but probably not on YouTube right now.
Yep.
Okay, good night, Leah. Thanks for coming up there.
Good to see you, Leah. Hey, give our best to Jesse if you talk to him.
Yeah, really. Yeah.
Hi, Leah. Bye, Leah.
Okay, yeah. Okay, and I really didn't get to talk to him because I was yakking too much. I saw that Coach came up, so that was nice to see him.
Yeah. It'll be good. Be good to see more of him coming up.
Yeah. So yeah, because at one time we had like over 30 people watching.
Yeah, good.
Buenas noches. Okay, well, dos vidonia.
Do widzenia.
Prost.
Pequeño.
Salute. All right.
Hasta la vista.